Good evening, everyone. Let's go say hello to our high-tech lowlives. Here we are. Good evening, everyone. I am your referee du jour, W. Adam Clark. My fun fact for the day, well, my less than fun fact is my work weekend this weekend just got cut short because my work buddy had to go and start their 3-hour trip home because the 3 to 4 inches of rain we were supposed to get this weekend turned into 2 to 3 inches of snow earlier this week. And as of last night, after they got here, turned into 12 to 16 inches of snow. So since they have a 3-hour drive home when there's not a foot of snow, they're like, you know what? I think we're going to tap this one early. And I'm like, yeah, that doesn't sound like a bad idea. However, that leads to us sprinting today to do a whole lot of things today that we normally would have spread out over 2 to 3 days. And while we were out, my actual fun fact occurred, which is for the first time ever in my life, gender affirming moment, for the first time ever in my life, in the history of my life, in the 50x years of my life, someone that I did not know looked at me from across the room and went, "Dude, good mustache." I get beard compliments all the time. I have never gotten a compliment on my mustache, ever. Because it has taken me years to figure out how to wear a mustache. So I'm feeling good. So I will be much more happily than normal when I'm murdering all of you this evening. Who would like to go next?
Hello, everyone. My name is Jerica, Jenny Outrageous on Twitch and Blue Sky and Twitter and all that stuff. I am playing Neon Jubilee, the rocker girl. And yeah.
Yeah.
My Cyberpunk Gem and Holograms character.
That you have the perfect jacket for.
I mean,
fun fact stuff.
what was it?
I don't know. Have I done anything fun recently, Sonny?
What you been playing? What you been playing?
Oh, I've just been playing Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth.
Still? Okay, cool.
The new Yakuza game, yeah. And also Marvel Rivals a lot.
Nice.
Trying to rank up in competitive. I need a team. Hard.
I thought about it. I downloaded it. I planned on joining you at some point this week when I got my editing done. I got 1 episode of this up. I got 1 episode of Across Stars up. I got the first piece up for our Patreon extra content up. I didn't even get a chance to notify the Patreon people yet that the extra content is up. It's just currently hidden on YouTube. And I did not have a chance to play at all. Sorry.
Oh, you're fine.
Maybe next week.
I'll go. Hello, chat, internet. I am Morgoth the Wizard. I am the netrunner for the group. And as far as fun facts, I haven't done anything fun recently, so I'll do an old fun fact. I used to be an avid ballroom dancer, and I actually taught ballroom dance for years and years.
Nice.
That's wild.
We have seen
That's actually
pictures.
real cool.
We have seen pictures of Morgoth in a zoot suit, and let me tell you, it's pretty fine. It's pretty fine.
I mean, I love a zoot suit, and I can't pull it off. I am now well jealous.
They're fun, I won't lie.
Okay. Folks, I'm the old Bacon Eater. You know all the spiel by now. I'll say it anyway because I can. I'm bacon, I eat olds, and I still play games badly.
Also true.
And I think I just had a toast moment. Oops. Anyway. Fun fact. I finally used a slow cooker again after nearly 8 months. Found a few shorts channels that are doing high protein slow cooker recipes. So I'm going to try and start doing the meal prep thing again, especially when I actually have an actual freezer that I can actually use and not a little. Anyway, yeah.
You need to come visit me. I have a walk-in freezer. It's literally everywhere.
That cube life.
Please tell me I didn't cut out while I started laughing, because
No,
I
you didn't
think I
this
was
time.
pretty loud.
That was fine.
Hey! Okay, we have progress. That's the other fun fact. There was progress. Anyway, I'm done now.
Hello. My name is Sunny, Sunburst Wolf Dog on Blue Sky and Red Note. And my fun fact was going to be that I got a cool haircut, but then I didn't do that. So, nice.
My fun fact is that I baited you all last week, and I get to keep that fun fact again for next week. So there.
And I didn't think about a backup fun fact, so
There you go. That works. So,
been doing anything.
what happened last week in the campaign?
Well, fought some Nazis. Had Grouch play taxi for all of us because I was in the car.
Yep.
We got to
That's
meet
the beginning of a profitable relationship. Yeah, profitable business relationship with any luck. A little bit of a camaraderie moment between myself and Thorn when Thorn dislocated the Nazi's jaw. That was kind of awesome. And then we went and gambled a little bit where we see X1 cheats to our profit, and it's fantastic.
Oh yeah, there's that casino thing.
Yeah.
Oh, also, just so everybody knows, if you go and look at the Streamloots page, streamloot.com/single-step-gaming, or as the Streamloots auto voice tries to say, singlest ep gaming, you will see that there are currently 2 decks available of cards. The first one is the Deck of Many Shows, which has all of the cards that are good for all of the shows all together in the same category. There is a second deck called simply the Cyber Deck. Good pun, you're welcome. And that is all of the general cards that can be played in the Cyberpunk stream, as well as only the campaign-specific Cyberpunk cards. Eventually, once we get that Streamloots partner, which we are only a couple weeks away from getting at this point, I will have the Deck of Many Shows and then an individual deck for each show, so that you can get, if all you do is watch one show or all you do is play in one show or whatever, you can get less of a chance of getting cards that you can't use. So that's the idea behind it, because you have a 0.5% chance of getting a legendary card. And it sucks when you finally get your first legendary card and it's for a show you don't watch. Right? So,
I mean, sure.
So I've put in extra work so that we can have easier things for the audience. Ooh.
Yeah, I have a really bad habit of whenever someone says PAX and ended up getting those extracted spirits cards.
So if you do the Streamloot subscription, because I can only set it up for, this might change when I get partner, I don't know. I can currently only set up one subscription option. So the one subscription option I can set up is going to be the one for the Deck of Many Shows. But everything else will be individual.
PG understreck the understreck Kubwan pla I discard.
You made a card called Rhythm with the Tism.
Yes. Well, no. I made a card whose picture is risen with the tism. But it's a good card.
I guess.
I'm going to give myself a note to try to fix something.
And that's how you beat the advantage in Cyberpunk. That's cool. Very, very good.
Thank you. I try.
Pardon the pun, but well played, sir.
So, speaking of well played, we have 4 cards already set to go.
Oh, dear.
Oh, God.
PG understreck the understreck Kubwan pla I discard. I do know who is playing but one of them.
Someone likes us tonight.
So, I won't say all of the effects that were just played on cards, but one of them was, I don't know who else is playing, but put this on one of them. Okay.
That just sounds ominous. It really, really does. Great. All right. Right. All the negative cards I have all get hold for Monday. All get hold for Monday. I see how it is.
Hey, I'm out of cards. I wonder how that happens. I believe it looks something like this.
I mean, you know, if anybody in the
purchased
chat
10
needs some
packs.
new Cyberpunk cards and wants to get packs for the community, you know, that's
Oh,
that's what you can
and we
do.
just and somebody just purchased 10 Cyberpunk cards, and it had a different it has a different pack logo that came up because it went
Oh,
with a
nice.
Cyberpunky logo. Yay!
Movio has purchased
Sweet.
10 packs.
Oh, cool! I didn't realize you can like buy Cyber cards specifically.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
of
why I
course it's
said
Layla that said that. Hi, Layla.
That's why I just said I had just set up a second entirely separate deck that only has the Cyberpunk cards in it.
Right.
So
That
Sorry,
is
I
fantastic.
just thought it was a tab with the specific ones there, like
Nope.
a filter.
no, it's specifically purchasable. So
that's cool.
and eventually, at the moment I can only do three decks total. So I went with the one that is the one most removed from the game system of the others.
Yeah.
Once we get the Streamloots partner, which, you know, knock on wood, we should have within a month, I will have the deck of many shows and then a deck for each
Sir
show.
Shiny is gifting 10 packs. Claim yours.
Sir Shiny just gifted 10 packs. So everyone go to streamloots.com/singlistepgaming and get one of your free packs. Leaving to return to my work. No worries. That Layla, thank you very much for dropping chaos. Have a good night.
Bye, Cubone. Thank you.
I need to up packs. I'll be back in a minute. Wait until next week. I mean, don't. Get packs now, too, obviously. Do whatever. I'm just... For those who don't know, to become a partner with Streamloots, you have to have 8 weeks of consecutive sales of packs over a certain number. That number is basically 30 packs. We have never maintained that, even though we sell more than 120 a week, because it's always like 81 week, nothing the next, nothing the week after that, 30 or 40 packs. And that's what our month looks like. For the first time ever, we are close to getting it done. So that's why I have that tracker on the screen in a right there position, which currently is completely filled in. But expect that to disappear shortly. You like the tracker? Yes. All right. So on to the next morning. It is the morning of January 1st, 2025.
Mm-hmm.
Local Night City Radio DJ, who is known by his DJ handle on the street as Captain Spin, sits in his booth. Quick warning for everybody. This is your legal disclaimer. This show will be immediately demonetized, and we were going to talk about a lot of uncomfortable topics and a lot of desperate topics in this show. A lot of kinds of violence, a lot of kinds of hate, and a lot of kinds of ways to combat violence and hate. So if these are topics that if you enjoy our shows but you do not enjoy this one, then please don't watch. Please watch our other ones. Thank you very much, and don't harm yourself. If you feel a need to watch this show but it still makes you uncomfortable, then my suggestion would be continue to watch it until you decide whether you need to stop watching it or not, because maybe this is what you need to hear right now. If these are topics that are an attraction to you and this is a story that you have a need to watch, then please continue to watch. But just be aware, the triggers, they will be a-flying. If you want to support us in our nature to bring you this story, which will be demonetized immediately, you can join our Patreon, which as of today has brand new exclusive content. That content is the making of Grouch, because that was the first one in order that was done. So that was the first one that I'm putting up on the Patreon. So if you're interested, please support us there. Support us by having subscriptions on Twitch or on Streamloots. Support us with Streamloots cards. And of course, as always, do not support more than you can afford to support. I love your face more than I love your money. Make sure that your face is taken care of so that you can be here for a long time rather than a short profitable one. So anyone who donates or buys anything from the show, thank you very much for all of your support. I would not be able to continue to do this without you. However, do not do it for me at the detriment to yourself. Charity has to begin at home. Take care of yourself first. That being said, you will also occasionally see in that corner down there a number of drinking glasses with bacon in it. That is our bacon drinking game, which happens every time the Bacon Corpse is on stream. We do not officially condone drinking the amount of alcohol that you can drink if you take a shot every time Bacon Corpse is. But if you enjoy doing so, have fun.
Not suggested.
So, be that as it may. Good morning, Night City. We hope everybody survived last night. According to the scream sheets, it looks like, people were busy. 178 people did not survive last night. That for a regular Wednesday, that might just be a record, but would you consider that it was New Year's Eve? Not even in the top 10. But it looks like not all the movers and shakers and people shooting things are in Night City tonight. It looks like our president-elect has made some interesting moves. The governor has countered those moves with 2 middle fingers in the air, and it might be January. It might be one of the coldest winters on record here in Night City, but I have a feeling that things are about to start heating up. Scene fades. Everybody throw me a... Okay. Sunburst and Jerica throw me a D8. Where Morgoth and Bacon throw me a D10.
Okay.
Hey, your mic didn't crap out on that. Congratulations.
We definitely have progress. This is good.
All right. Grouch.
Yo.
We start the day with you.
Mm-hmm.
It is early morning. What are you doing?
Waking my ass up and getting the coffee going.
All right.
Trying to make sure that Strider gets to sleep a little later because she had a big night.
Mm-hmm.
I always wake up early anyway. Can't help it. I'm old. That's what I do.
What time is it? Mr. Waking Up Early.
Well, let's see here. We probably didn't get home until about, oh, you know what? No, I'd probably be passed out a little bit too. So I don't think we got home until about 3. So probably around 7:30, 8 o'clock maybe. Anyway, wake up, get the coffee going, check the couch.
What time is it at the current moment? Did you just say?
7:30, 8 o'clock.
Okay. Morgoth, is it reasonable that you would still be asleep at 7:30, 8 o'clock, or would you have already found yourself jacked in by that point?
Probably jacked in.
Okay. So you come out and you look at a sofa. You see that Morgoth is not currently laying on the sofa, but is instead sitting cross-legged in the living room, having spliced his deck into the vid line for the vid wall so that he could get an outside connection.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, they are physically there, but that is the extent to how much they are there, because they are not really there, because their brain is currently somewhere else.
Yep. So we make sure we don't disturb him while he is doing his thing.
Okay.
And make sure the coffee's getting going.
All right.
Because I get a feeling coffee's going to be needed.
Do you do anything else with your awakey time?
Well, probably should also quick check the feeds and what have you. And maybe also do some looking at the help wanted ads,
Okay.
such as they are. Is although I'm thinking about it, well, I got the 30 from my own bid, and then a share of the loots after X1's brilliant play. But still, gotta make sure you can pay the bills. So, look at the help wanted ads.
You don't need to
Also,
eat for the next 24 hours.
Although I'll probably wait until about 2:30. See if I get a call from, and now I can't remember the fixer's name for the life of me.
Nalani, the agent.
But that's the one.
Okay.
And see about settling up for the gig I did for him, the short-term gig.
Okay.
But since I don't have that number, I got to wait for them to call
you did.
me.
You copied down.
Oh, that's right. They did give me that number.
Yeah.
Having said, I'll still wait.
Okay. All right. So you start making coffee, start making breakfast. You start to settle into that. And we cut over from there. The screen pans from the kitchen area over towards the living room
Right.
and focuses past X1 into the TV, digitizes into the TV, and then pulses through the TV line into the net. Morgoth, where are you running right now?
I can pretty much only within Night City, right? Or that network.
Correct. If you try to go outside of the city, you would need a long distance connection, which you can get, but any running you do from that would directly track back to this apartment because of the
Not gonna do
status
that.
of the long distance connection, so probably not best. You could be either hitting any of the BBs, the bulletin boards, or you can be doing like some super safe, really low end running where you're not worried about ice tracking you back. Anything higher, you probably don't want to be doing from a friend's apartment.
No, that makes sense. On bulletin boards, I want to focus on making money right now and get
Okay.
better equipped before I do anything crazy on the net.
Okay.
So quick and dirty jobs.
Yeah, so you're looking around, you're looking for quick and dirty jobs that are available for runners, people posting anonymously on the net for things. You don't, and as you are literally Johnny Mnemonic style, flying from location to location, pulling open boards, checking the boards, closing them, moving the box, moving to the next block, pulling the block over, checking the boards. You see, as you are running through all of this and checking everything, in the middle of your runs, you see an avatar that looks like a very attractive redhead with like cherry bomb brilliant red hair, dressed in a cinema Greek fashion, so a cinema style toga, lots of jewelry.
Okay.
And it is an avatar that is moving 10 times faster than yours in your current deck. And it like kind of and flies over and like circles around you once or twice.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of like squints and looks at you for a second. And then just goes. And then after blowing you a kiss, just moves away at literally lightning fast speed.
Got it. Do I recognize them as like a famous netrunner or something? I mean, codename Athena or something? Did she have gray eyes?
Give me a system knowledge roll.
Okay. Because obviously they're no joke, or they're like top notch, you know? Is it showing up? Because it's not showing up for me.
It did.
I rolled it. Okay, cool.
I saw the die, and so did chat, and I see the roll that you got, which was a total of a 15.
Awesome.
All right. So, as this is an avatar that you are not familiar with. You don't know a runner that uses this imagery, but you know speed. You know equipment when you see it.
Got it.
And you also know what it looks like when someone who doesn't have the skill to handle their gear tries to use top-end equipment.
Got it. So they matched their equipment.
Yes.
Got it.
They knew
Awesome.
what they were doing. They moved with perfect agility with a faster-than-thought rig.
See, that's hot. So I'm not caught up in the whole attractive avatar, but the use of the equipment, that's what I find attractive.
Nice. And as that happens, Morgoth, after you do a little bit more running, do you stay jacked in? Do you keep going around? Do you pop back out and see if anything's happening in the apartment? What's your thoughts?
With my new friends, I want to be mindful of their time, so I'm not going to stay jacked in, and I'm going to like clean up after myself, so I don't like it doesn't look like I broke into their TV, even though I obviously did.
Right. So as you disconnect and start trying to disconnect from the TV, you will notice a couple things. Number one, Grouch is already up and is making coffee, and you can smell it as soon as you disconnect from the net. Number two, you have a blinky on your deck, which says that you received an email while you were jacked in.
Okay, interesting.
Very interesting, because it should have notified you while you were in, and it did not.
This is either really good or really bad. I checked the... do I have like protocols and anti-spyware and crap on my deck?
No,
Or am I like
on this
raw
one,
dogging
not
it?
so much.
And I fuck it.
Okay.
Check.
You have an email. It is untitled. The return email address is encrypted in a way where you can't determine what the email address is. Your deck can't translate it. The body of the email says, like a star at dawn, a bubble in a stream, a mirage, an echo, a phantom, a dream. And beneath that, you see that. Now I will copy pasta that over here into stream chat.
I had 2 lead speak. It makes sense. Do they offer me a cookie?
No.
No. But I like the poem. Very fart in the wind-esque. All things are impermanent. But now the Oracle knows who I am. Fantastic. Am I Neo? Am I the chosen one?
Maybe?
Maybe?
You never know.
Was Neo the chosen
Could be a
one?
thing.
Maybe?
You have to become
Maybe
the
not.
chosen one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it. I'm into it. All right, sweet.
Personally,
well, they know me.
personally, I buy into the argument that Agent Smith was actually the chosen one. But that's a story for another time.
I like that. All right, bet. So is there anything aside like the impermanence of everything poem, or was that it?
That was it.
Awesome.
Yes, merely a poem on impermanence, and which
I don't know if it's like
Religions?
inspiring, like Thich Nhat Hanh, or like intimidating, like you die tomorrow. It's a great way to start the morning. At least it's coffee.
yeah. Aside from that, and the signature, there was nothing else.
So when you're going through my character sheet, it looks like I'm being hacked in the net real time. So it's very disorienting, very
I'm
immersive.
sorry.
That's good. That's good. I was like, what the fuck is happening to my computer?
Who's
Nice.
deleting my character? Who's running through my skills? Oh wait. All right.
Why didn't I take the blue pill? Anyway.
So, the two of you are in the apartment and awake.
Yep.
Buenos
Man.
dias, Grouch. ¿Qué pasa ahí?
Hello.
I just hang out with them. Try not to wake anyone up.
Okay.
I didn't like ruin their TV, did I?
No, you just kind of spliced into one of the wires. It's an easy patch.
Got it. Sweet.
You wouldn't have done anything that could have, permanently damaged anything.
Honestly, I'm kind of surprised I didn't. Well, no, then again, I don't do that kind of thing, so I wouldn't have thought of that. But that's actually cool.
It's like your rigging when you drive. Very similar but different.
Right. You're on a larger scale to a degree. I wonder. Ekisuno. Could we use that? Could you use that hack to maybe get in the market? Maybe do a couple of trades? Do it that way, or do we need to go to one of the normal data terms for that kind of thing?
If I want to do it like illegally, better equipment. But yeah, I can do this.
Also,
Not safely right now, but in the future, safely, yeah.
Also, if you're going to do it illegally, it is much better to do it from a street terminal than from the apartment of a friend.
Yeah. But with some tech, I can hack into a machine.
That's like say, yeah. I mean, I'm not the Wolf of Wall Street, but I know a little bit about playing the markets, so we could maybe do a little bit of day trading, and increase our roll a little bit, perhaps.
I see.
Got to be careful about it, but it's a non-zero possibility.
I got you.
Something to think of. Something to think
Yeah.
about.
Yeah.
As the two of you begin to think about things over breakfast, we go from one overpopulated apartment in the city to another one on the other side of the city.
As we go from having my spectator ghost stuck in the bedroom because I opened a door and then closed it behind me and couldn't get out.
No.
As we switch who is ghost and who is not. I want to put another one of those meme ones in that's specifically cyberpunkish, which is likely going to be the Keanu Reeves reveal shot. All right. Two of you. Who's up? Who isn't?
Interesting question. I referenced making pancakes last session, kind of offhandedly, because I forgot that people don't normally cook in this game. Would I have thought about how I'm going to acquire pancakes?
Okay.
Before this happened?
Pancakes aren't exceptionally difficult to make, so I'm going to say that you probably have some kind of like, pre-pack mix that you can use to make pancakes. It's a special day, so we'll splurge and have pre-measured out pancake mix pre-pack.
Is there like a? Is this like a skittle or skit?
Yeah. You probably have a small like one burner grill for just when you need to heat things up, kind of thing. So yeah.
Cool. What do I need to roll to cook?
What do I need to roll to cook?
Let's see.
I'm gonna adore this Neon just waking up being like, who the hell is burning down the kitchen? And me just being like, making pancakes for my beautiful partner.
I'm not sure. So let's pick a skill that you have. Let's make a skill that may or may not make sense, but you have absolutely no talent with.
Physics, I don't know.
It's not going to be athletics, that's for sure. Let's go with
wilderness survival. Would that make any sense? I have some skill in it, but it's intelligence, so it's not like it's great.
Well, let's see here. Would it be intelligence or reflexes?
Would it be intelligence or reflexes or empathy? Because a lot of cooking, as you well know, is more by feel than anything else.
You know what? That's actually a very good point.
Yeah. Let's give me, until I find out what skill to use, give me a human perception roll, because it's on your bad stat and you don't have any ranks in it.
Okay, you know what?
All right.
I am a terrible person, and I'm here for it.
Lie. I know I threw the card out before.
It's fine.
Or did I get there too late?
It got there in time.
Yes!
What did you throw the card out for?
So, your critical fail that you rolled is instead changed to a 5. Meaning that you managed to make passable pancakes, only slightly burning the pan and not at all burning the other side of the room.
Since I rolled a crit fail, can I roll a d10 to see what the secondary effect is? Because the pancakes can be fine, but that doesn't mean I didn't fuck up the kitchen.
Go for it.
You know what?
I'll allow it.
Okay.
I'm not saving you from that.
All right.
Please don't pretend
That's
me.
all you.
Please be nice
all
to me.
you.
You literally asked for this.
You really did.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Can I just say I put a hole in the counter? I don't know. Maybe I just...
So
I'm not getting my deposit back.
Nope.
With that.
So, Neon,
Yes.
you wake up, stretch, take a short, lazy walk through the room, take a relaxing step out into the main area of the apartment, and you see Thorn in their casual attire, autistically focused, like in face inches from the pan, on watching the pancakes to be able to flip them and move them when they are just perfectly brown. So like this close up on the pan, focusing on the pan, and has not yet noticed that the wall is on fire.
Oh lordy.
I'll just kind of look over and do I see Tiger in the room?
Taggart is on the sofa, still passed out.
Okay. I look to see Tiger, and I see him asleep, and just look back, and I just kind of walk up to Thorn, and just like almost like stealth up to Thorn, just be like, "Hey,
Don't
hey,
talk to me. I'm focusing.
hey, the wall,
What? What about the wall?
the wall's on fire."
Wall's not a pancake. I don't care about
What?
the wall. With the what?
What? Oh God! I am. Is there a fire extinguisher in the room?
There is.
Okay, I'm gonna get it. Where is it? Is it?
It's
over
you're like,
here, I don't
oh
know.
my God! And it's you go over and it's in a cabinet. And you grab it out and you're like, ugh. And then all of a sudden you just hear.
No! No! Don't do that to me. Don't give me.
And then you just from the sofa you just get, hey, I guess I'm just in time for breakfast. I know the sound of Thorn's cooking any day.
As soon as he says that, I turn the fire extinguisher to him and just go just a little bit.
I just look at Taggart. Is this normal?
Hey, is what normal? Setting a fucking fire on the side of the wall, lighting a fucking apartment on fire. Yeah, kind of.
Oh.
Oh, for the love.
Well, fuck you. You know what? The pancakes are actually kind of serviceable this time.
The pancakes look nicely golden brown. So does the fucking paint on the wall.
Oh, it's always looked like that. Sorry.
It was like that when
We already
moved
knew
in.
Look, we already knew we weren't getting our deposit back when you put a poster on the wall and the tape peeled the paint off, alright? So, in for a fucking penny, I guess.
Do not compare me taping a poster to the fucking wall to you deciding that the wallpaper would make a good side to go with your fucking pancakes. They're not the same. They're not in the same ballpark. They're not even the same fucking sport.
They probably are to the landlord, let's be fair here. They're not gonna give us our deposit back no matter what.
I mean, well, that wasn't going to happen anyway. So.
And at this point, the neighbor next door pipes up and say, "That's the time this week."
I kicked the wall. This doesn't involve you. You shut up.
You know that look you have when you're at someone else's house and there's like almost like a fake argument happens, and you're not sure if it's real or not yet, so you just kind of just stand there, just sort of quietly observing, not sure if you should chime in or not.
you hate it when mommy and daddy fight, but also you want popcorn when mommy and daddy fight? Yeah, that's pretty much right where you are.
Damn it, Jericho, your timing. I'll choke on my water.
It's like, yeah, So, this is normal. Yeah.
I mean, as normal as cooking is, I suppose.
Okay.
Oi, and this is why God invented kibble. So wanks like you would stop burning down fucking apartments!
Do you want pancakes or not? Because you were the one begging for them when I brought them up.
I wasn't begging, you offered. But also, yes, I want my pancakes.
Yeah, I bet you do. Slut. Put it in his lap.
So how are you? How's everything going?
Had an easy night at home, drank a little bit, fell asleep, woke up to a fire alarm. New Year's feels like the last year.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Thorn has a little bite of pancake on a fork that they are actively bringing up to your face with the proudest little kid. I just made something look on their face.
I just look over and like, oh, thanks, and just kind of just take the bite.
They're actually pretty good.
They're actually pretty good.
And I hand you the plate.
Thanks, son.
Well, it's a new moon. I'm gonna clip my bonsai tree.
Is that code for something?
You know what it. I'm grooming this thing. I just don't like using that word because it sounds gross.
I was going to say phrasing. Sorry.
Sometimes there is just no good phrasing.
You know, sometimes there's no way around it. Nope.
Hey, anybody know if there was any fucking governor speech radio? I don't know what the fuck he's coming in on.
Let me take a look. And on one of the all news channels, Tagger finds a replay of the governor's press secretary's statement from this morning. So that means you have now all officially heard the thing that you heard at the end of last session.
Mm-hmm.
All right. See. I told you that the governor would knock some sense into the new president.
Yeah,
You know.
Morgoth
Like
Wizard has
California's like
purchased
that.
20
It
packs.
just kind of. It just does that. It doesn't really care about the government really. Mostly. It'll be okay. Well, it'll be okay.
So, out of character question: is Neon like off today? I have a feeling they would have gotten the good sense to say it's post New Year's Eve. We're not doing anything today.
Yeah.
Yeah, very rarely do you have gigs on back-to-back nights.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, quite simply, unless you're on tour, you aren't getting gigs that frequently. Most bands will play 2, maybe 3 times a week at different places, but nobody plays night on night on night.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So, what do you want to do today? Oh, I have time off, and I mean, after everything going on with last night, you know, might be a good time to just kind of just hang out, go out somewhere maybe.
I wouldn't mind. I got a scratch or 2. I'd rather sleep off for the most part.
No. Are you okay?
I'm fine. I'm fine.
Well, all right. That sounds like fun.
Is anyone going to do anything before noon? Because if not, I have a triggered event that will target at noon on the 1st.
I think I'm just gonna hang out with Thorn, just kind of take it easy.
Okay.
Personally.
Now, like I say, just make sure coffee and breakfast and whatnot. Look through the want ads.
All right.
And then do a little bit of window/wish list shopping for the V. You know, internal comms for when I'm rigged in.
Yep.
Kind of thing, you know.
All right. So, Grouch and Thorn both give me a D10.
Okay. Oh, well, there you go.
Thorn, your phone rings.
Oh. I'll pick it up as I'm just finishing up the last little clip.
Yep. As you look at it, it shows that the incoming call is Nalani.
I pick up the. Hello.
And I'll drop the model here so that everybody can see it again.
Ah, how'd you get in my house? Why did you bother to call me if you got it?
Your biggest power move.
Right. The call's coming from
She's in
inside
the doorway
house.
as I pick up. Why did you sigh?
Thorn. Didn't want to call too early. I trust everything went well with the gig and the after gig last night.
Yes. You got a driver to call about reimbursement, but besides that, everything's mostly taken care of.
That's going to be my next call. How did he look?
Oh my god, fucking incredible. I found some random bloke in a nightclub and offered him 30 eddies for a drive, and ended up being some kind of high-tech Militech dude? The fuck?
Really?
Yeah. We asked him to drive us from point A to point B. He not only had a nice military car and drove us there and got a bunch of other people off our tail, but then also came into the nightclub we were going to with us and got the Joy Toys out.
Wow. Sounds like you found a real one.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I'll keep that in mind. Yeah, the scream sheets are absolutely blowing up right now. Scream sheets, for those not familiar with the nuance of the genre, are basically the tabloids. They are quick 5 to 10 page, printed on the day, but more likely on the hour newspaper runs that can be downloaded digitally. The scream sheets are blowing up about the group of you and Neon going in and rescuing everybody last night. Mm-hmm. And the reason why we had you guys go in was, I mean, aside from to do the thing, was that would meant that the satin dolls would owe Neon a favor. And it looks like they've pulled through. Is Neon available by any chance?
Bark, Han.
What?
Phone, Nelani, you.
Oh, okay. Just kind of come out and get the phone.
Nelani, you want us on speaker or you want to talk to her one-on-one?
Oh, speaker's fine.
I'll put it on speaker and just put it on the table right next to me here.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, great job last night.
Yeah, apparently. I'm glad we could do the thing. Everything going okay?
Yeah, everything's fine. So, I've pulled some strings and got you and the girls a gig for this Sunday. In-game Sunday will be the 5th. It's just a one-time gig, but it's at the Grand Illusion. And everyone in the room can give me a Streetwise roll. So, Thorn has heard of the name of the Grand Illusion before. It is one of the more premier clubs in Night City. Neon not only has heard of it before, but already knows most of the information that Nalani is about to say right now. So make sure you and the girls are ready for this, because this is a Grand Illusion is a big deal. Not only
That's a big. That's wow, really?
Yeah.
How did you manage that?
Well, see, it goes like this. You guys did a favor for the Satin Dolls by getting there and managing to get the Joy Toys that they found out about out before anything happened to them. And in exchange, the Satin Dolls owed us a favor. And it turned out that Kerry owes them a couple favors. So I was able to talk to them into convincing Kerry to give the Outputt Grrls a headliner spot. So he did it on a Sunday, not the best day, but all in all, it's still headlining at the Grand Illusion, and there's a lot of record execs that hang out at that club. So this is a chance to, maybe try to get noticed in front of a lot wealthier chooms than playing at Temptations.
So wait, you mean as in like Harry Uriding?
Yeah.
Harry?
Yeah. Yeah, he owns he's the owner of the Grand Illusion. You knew that, by the way.
Oh. Huh. Okay. Yeah. Does he want to meet? Like, is that like a thing, or what?
I haven't heard anything specifically yet. When you win early for a sound check, he might want to meet. He might not. That'll probably be entirely on him. And he's a little, Middle Eastern flaky sometimes, so he might not even know yet if he's going to want to meet anybody on Sunday or not.
Right. Okay. I'm sure Thorn would really like him. Yeah. That sounds great. It sounds awesome. Thank you.
So that driver that Thorn found last night, what are your thoughts?
He seemed nice. He has a really big car, it's a big Humvee. It could fit a lot of our stuff. If we could hire him or something like that for if you have the money for it as a driver for a bit, till we can figure out a way to get the actual tour bus, and one of us can learn how to drive.
I mean, he's professional quality at a discount rate. I feel like you're not going to find someone better if you're looking at all.
All right. Well, that was going to be my next call, so that gives me a lot of good information. Thanks. But yeah, just remember, Sunday, the 5th, Grand Illusion. Make sure you're there early and make sure all your gear is ready to go and be on peak, because this is a big opportunity.
Of course. Thank you. I'll do everything I can.
All right. Anything that comes up between now and then, give me a holler. And
okay.
And buy a damn phone. Click.
Phones are expensive.
Also, what the fuck did she think? She was nipping down my nose about you not answering the phone while you were performing, as if you were going to answer the phone in the middle of your fucking song.
She's like that.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, that's cool though. We have a show at a place like that.
Yeah, seriously, the fuck. What kind of connection do those Satin Dolls have to begin with?
I gotta let the girls know now, and gotta start working on a few things.
Okay.
I mean, we can still go out and stuff.
I
just
ref. What's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
name of the place again?
The Grand Illusion.
The Grand Illusion. Okay.
Yeah. Which, by the
Thorn
way,
turns.
I won't spoil what the reference is, but also that is a musical reference.
Ah, nice. Thorn turns tail and is like, "Oi, Tagger!
Well,
We got a fucking gig at the Grand Illusion."
fuck me! You're playing the illusion?
Hell yeah!
is that
Nice.
is that a Styx reference?
It is in fact a Styx reference.
Okay, thank you. I love that song.
Yep. The amount of musical references in Cyberpunk. I mean, they intentionally made one of the most powerful classes in the game the fucking Rocker Boy. The amount of musical references in this game are really high. So high that I embarrass myself by not always catching them. Also, the amount of musical references I've added in this campaign are even higher. But yeah, there's a lot of them. And I will occasionally call them out and occasionally just enjoy the fact that there are little Easter eggs everywhere.
Well, if you want to tell the girls about it, you can use my phone. Might have to ring Dexy a couple times for her to actually answer to me, because she does that.
Yeah, yeah. I'll get them on the line. Give you that date. I guess I gotta start doing some. I'll schedule performance or schedule a rehearsals. Get a place. Would we have a place like where we would have rehearsal? Like we have like a place we could find, or have a place that we kind of go to do like a rehearsal thing, or is there just like
you're in it right now?
Okay.
I was gonna say, if you want, we could just move the coffee table out of the conversation pit.
Yeah, pretty much. That's you guys just
bring 'em
all
over.
you all just hang there and practice because you don't have anywhere else to go, and no one else has a room anywhere near with this much space, including your room that we haven't seen yet.
Yeah, so we can. You're cool with it, right, Tagger? Do some.
Oh yeah, sure, no problem.
Okay.
All right. So for the next couple days of the campaign, we are going to assume that everybody lays low unless anybody has anything specific to do. Mostly because laying low is how you heal. You're going to basically, as long as you can go 2 days, every day you go without engaging in combat, you get an opportunity to heal. So, at some point, well, actually, we'll cut back around to that in a second. You contact the rest of the band. As you contact Cherry and give her the news, Cherry is excited and looking forward to it, and she's Nalani got us the Grand Illusion. Damn it! Now I'm going to have to take back some of those things I said about her yesterday. Ariel is. I'm still going to butcher this accent. The Grand Illusion? We're going to be playing the Grand Illusion? This is great. I've seen pictures of that place. It's amazing. It's got all this lighting, and it's got private booths on both sides. It's a really nice venue. And she just goes on and on about, how excited she is for what you guys are going to do in 2 days. And then you call Dexy, and Dexy is like, hi. Oh, a new gig. The Grand Illusion. Oh, that's pretty good. All right. Yeah. Call me when we have a practice schedule. All right, bye. Click.
I just look at Thorn and go, oh, Dexy's really excited for this one.
Dexy's so excited they went duotone. All right, and now we cut back to Grouch. Your phone rings.
I look down at the phone. What does the phone say?
The phone says Nalani, because that's the name that you programmed in for this number.
Ah. I get a hold of X1 real quick. The fixer. Open up
I'm
the
listening.
phone. Yeah, open up the phone. Yabaseo?
Yes, is this a Grouch?
That's myself.
I am Nalani. I am the agent for Neon Jubilee and the Outputt Grrls. And I understand that due to some work you put in for the band last night, I currently owe you some money.
That's the I was promised a sum, and yep.
What was the sum that you were promised?
They said 30. I probably should have held out for a bit more.
Life is
I
like
didn't
that.
realize it did end up being a bit more than A to B. It turned out to be an exfil, but I'm good with that. You know, and admittedly, Strider was really, really pleased to meet the band. So,
All right. Do you have a regular account, or is there some place that you want me to send the Eurodollars?
I don't have a regular send account.
All
No.
right. Then I will send a runner with a cred stick over to Neon, and then next time you see her, she'll be able to pay you what you're currently owed. Is that
Sure.
reasonable?
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Or do you have an address you want me to send a runner to make the delivery?
No, that's fine. Send it to Neon and the crew. That works. Actually, I do want to bring up, if you should need transport assistance to a gig, and in this case, I'm going to say either type of gig. If it's a play gig or a work gig, when they were at the Mirage, it was a play gig. The Xfil was a work gig.
Mm-hmm.
Happy to help.
So you
And I do have bills to pay. So,
okay.
Should you need the assistance, please give me a call.
Well, we are currently in the market for a teamster for the band. So, and I understand that you do also currently have your own vehicle?
That's right.
Right.
That's right.
Assuming that we would likely be using your vehicle for either or both of those kinds of jobs,
Mm-hmm.
what would you be looking for in the way of compensation for taking on a more permanent position with the band?
I look up at X1 and I'm like,
To be fair, she doesn't say with the band, she says with the brand,
right.
just to be clear.
No, I get that.
Okay.
And I'm like, yeah, I look up at X1 and I'm like, she just got serious.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that would largely depend on. It would probably end up having to be case by case. If it's simple A to B, that would be one rate. If it would be something like backup security or something more active like we did last night, that would be another rate. But I'm fairly certain we can come up with something agreeable.
Okay.
because I'm assuming this is, I'm presuming rather that this is gig work, not salaried, I guess, for the lack of a better way of putting it.
Well, let's start by assuming that we're only talking about the one set of jobs and not the other one.
Okay.
Assuming if we're going to do the second one as more of a day rate, depending on what the job is.
Gotcha. Okay.
If we're talking about daily regular availability as a driver for the bandmates and daily operations pertaining to, what would you be looking at?
I need to step out of character here for a minute.
Okay.
Deuce, remind me, what's the monthly on our cube?
You are looking at your baseline expenses for the apartment, food, phones, utilities.
Right.
Depending on quality of life, where you're living and what you're eating, is going to, for the two of you, is going to be anywhere from a minimum of €800 a month to as high as double, maybe triple that.
Right. Where we're at currently, we're probably looking at the 8. Okay. Thinking that this would not be constant work, and I would still be looking, but I would also be looking at wear and tear on the vehicle. Or it's not. Yeah, I'm sorry. Grouch is trying to figure out, and it said what would be if we could do 600 eddies in a month. If we're talking about a quote long-term contract here, keeping in mind, I understand you and I have not met. But if we're talking about a contract of that type, if we could do 500 of these a month, and then call it merit increase depending. But that is at your discretion.
So you said 6 and then you said 5. I'm just making sure that you, the player, are aware that that's what you just did.
You know what? I should have said 6, and Grouch would have.
And that's why I phrased it the way I did.
I appreciate that shit. I appreciate that, Ref.
Yep. Let's go with... Give me a persuasion and fast talk roll.
Did I play that fast enough?
You most definitely did. Go ahead and give me a persuasion and fast talk roll.
All right. Well, I don't... That sounds like it doesn't matter because I just got boned. But...
Helped you, don't worry.
Well, anyway, 12 on that, which is... Yeah.
Okay. I can do... Because, by the way, there was a crit card played, so you got a 10 and then what you rolled. Just so you know.
I see.
All right. 600 is a little steep for what I can do right now. But I am willing to offer you and send a contract for, along with the cred stick that I am sending to Neon.
Okay.
$550 a month with a €500 signing bonus.
I, Nanali actually hears scratching on paper, and then the pencil just drops on the signing bonus business that you have a Teamster.
All right.
Done.
Well, then your first job is going to be relating to operations pertaining to the band.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to text you my my office address. Come grab all the information that you need to drop off at Neon's, and you get to decide whether you bother dropping it off or just keeping it.
Very well.
See you soon. Click. And then a second later, you get a address that comes through.
I look down and like, hey, Kasuno, you want to drive with me on this? I'm not entirely certain this is real.
Yeah, nah, I'll pinch him.
My dude. Make sure you... Now, I deliberately, I'm not going to wear the normal. I'm going to wear the nice clothes.
Okay.
And I will wear clothes.
And you will wear clothes.
Yeah, you will.
No, that was a big one. Hell yeah.
You know what? I should have asked her if the picks in the eye sockets was a nice touch. I should have asked. I didn't. Oh, I can always ask when I get there. But there it is.
Okay.
Anyway.
All right.
And we'll make way to the office.
Okay. So, are the two of you going together, or okay?
Yeah.
No, I'm really hoping he comes with.
Yeah. All right. So the two of you are coming with, and on your way out of the apartment building, and to where the vehicle is currently parked.
Mm-hmm.
Give me 1 second. I just want to pick.
If it's music, I'm gonna look at my cards real quick. God damn it. Alright. Get my boots laced.
All right. Grid size. Sets 2 meters. Not that that's important for anything. Certainly not. No reason why I should be needing to worry about what the grid size is on the map that I just pulled up for you guys to just walk out and get to a vehicle.
Yeah, not at all.
Yeah. Why would that ever be important?
Right.
I don't know. That sounds vaguely threatening.
Did we rest enough, or are we still like a little bit tuckered out?
You are well rested. You are, however, not recovered. You have not had a whole day while avoiding combat or initiative-based situations, and therefore you have not had a chance to heal yet.
Yeah.
Okay, so
It makes sense. No, we good. We strong.
that being said,
We're walking in the sunshine.
yeah.
Oh man.
Okay. Which neighborhood do you live in there, Grouch? Where are you at in the city right now?
You know what? I don't think did we ever actually...
You never actually, so you can be anywhere you want to be. Here's a hint. For your own safety and well-being, you probably don't want to choose west of University District.
Or north of Rancho Coronado? Unless it's all the way into Japantown.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, I want to say Rancho Coronado makes sense.
Okay. All right. So you're down in Rancho Coronado, and while you're down there, as you are coming out of your... I can make this map go away because I'm not going to need this one this week.
I mean, just saying.
All right. So as you guys start coming out of your building to head to where your vehicle is parked. Also, I feel I need to point out that Grouch
Choke.
does not officially need to eat today because of a card that was played, so you are well fed for 24 hours, so you actually use up any of your food resources today.
Yay.
You see at the top of the street what looks like a squad of voodoo boys currently engaged in a firefight with a squad of 6th Street, which are usually a protection gang that operates in Haywood, and you're not right now in Haywood, but also the Voodoo Boys generally operate in University District, and you're also not in University District, so you're really not sure why these two groups are coming to blows in your neighborhood right now. All you know is that neither of them are supposed to be here, and none of this is good, and if you get involved in a fight, you're not healing today.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, you have a couple ways you can play this that the two of you get to decide right now. You can try to casually, relaxedly, without really doing anything strenuous, walk slowly yet with purpose around the outside of the fight, not engaging into it, get to the truck without rolling initiative, and then try to drive casually through the street fight without getting involved in it. And if all of that happens, you still get to heal today. Or you can assume that something will ruin that at some point and start by rolling initiative. In which case that means you are guaranteeing you don't heal today. Now, the problem is if you get pulled into a fight when you are not in initiative because you are voluntarily choosing not to try to get involved with it, that also means you're voluntarily not bracing for combat or doing any of a million other things that one does when they know they're about to get jumped.
Yep.
Which means there's the potential for you to take extra damage.
Which is bad.
Which is bad.
Which is bad.
So,
Bad.
you have a choice of deciding in advance that you don't want to be able to heal today, which is bad, or hoping that you'll be able to heal today and sneaking around the fight and through the fight without attracting the attention of the fight. And if that fails, things are bad. Which bad would the two of you like?
Dude, we're going to have to go with the active bad. There's no choice. There's no way.
Grouch, you live here. This is
Yeah.
your hood.
Yeah.
I would just go to your car and not worry about it.
I mean, we can go to the car, but I'm going to have to rig. I'm going to have to jack in. I'm not going to get involved, but I want to be able to dodge like a mofo.
So, are you gearing up for combat or trying to play it cool?
He's-
My vote is play it cool.
His vote is to gear up for combat and then try to avoid the combat after he gears up for the combat. Effectively.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm gonna-
honestly, I don't think I can I don't think I can. I don't think I can keep it calm because I have a suspicion we're going to end up driving right through that noise.
Oh, you are.
Yeah.
What if you just went back inside and wait?
I mean, or you can just go back inside and wait, and just be a half hour late.
And then be late for my job interview. Great.
Yep.
Fantastic.
Life is so unfair.
Nah, okay. I'm going to try to keep my heart rate low.
Okay.
But I'm also expecting Grouch to just run over one of the groups when we get out of here, so I'm along for the ride.
No. I'm not going to do that.
No?
I am.
Never mind.
No, I am not going to engage them. I am going to be trying to dodge all the bullets while hopefully not hitting anybody.
Okay. Grouch, give me an initiative roll, please.
Okay.
Well, you love Cyberpunk but hate violence because part of Cyberpunk is overcoming the violence. You have an initiative of a 13. Before you get to fire in the first round, as the bullets start flying, I'm just going to do it this way for... I know what that bonus is. I need to roll dice. I need to roll them faster. Ooh, good. Okay. As the bullets start flying, and X1 just casually, calmly waits, and you begin ducking and hoping you can kind of run past the whole thing. You see the heavy for the Voodoo Boys mows down one of the 6th Street gangers, pretty much a withering hail of bullets just chopping the guy's leg clean off as he collapses to the ground. At which point you see the person in charge of the squad for 6th Street. She brings up her assault rifle and takes a shot at the heavy and makes his brain explode.
Oh, wonderful.
And there is more shooting from the Voodoo Boys, and none of it in your direction. And then Grouch, you are up.
Okay.
Are you trying to move stealthily and slow, or are you trying to effing sprint?
I'll try to move slowly, not gather attention to begin with. How's that?
Okay.
So, would that in fact be a stealth roll?
That would in fact be a stealth roll.
Crap. Oops. Just not a 1. Okay.
Good roll.
There.
And you had a plus
That'll
1.
do.
So go ahead and give me 8 meters of movement.
8 meters.
So 4 squares. There you go. Let's assume you start there instead.
Okay. There. And, wait, that's only 6. There's 8.
All right, the gang is shooting back and forth at each other. There's a lot of activity on the top of the street. Give me another stealth check.
Okay. Oh, that's nice.
That one's even better. All right, you've finally gotten down into your stance. You're able to move, and you're moving quick, and I'll let you move 14 meters.
There. 14 meters.
All right, more firefight going on. Give me one more stealth roll.
One more stealth roll. Have a stealth roll.
Nice.
Pretty good. Not as good as the other one, but pretty good.
Good enough. You will make it to the vehicle and then immediately be able to... Do you want to rig in right away, or do you want to try to manually drive out of this problem?
You know, we'll manually drive to begin.
Okay.
And we'll keep it slow.
Well,
Right.
there is no stealthing a Humvee moving on
Okay,
the
that's
block.
fair. That's fair. No, in that case, no, I'm going to rig it.
Okay.
We're gonna get jacked into the thing right off.
All right. You rig in. You start your controls. Yeah. All right. And due to changes in initiative, this one voodoo boy here is going to be the only one that's going to have a chance to try to do anything, and he is going to shoot at you and the truck.
Hey, fun.
He manages to. He shoots twice in your direction. One shot will miss the truck. One shot will hit, but it's really not going to do any damage. It just kind of, leaves a bit of a dent.
Right.
But you were up and running. What do you want to do?
Okay. Well, I need to get to here-ish.
Okay. Right alongside those nice concrete barriers.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
I'm going to get ready to hop on like the back.
All right.
So the idea is,
Give me a driving check.
and this is vehicle empathy, yes? Or
With your
vehicles
vehicles then added. So a driving check with a +5.
in? So now, how do I do this? Because I need to add the. Well, it'll be 5 higher than this.
That's pretty much what I've been doing for ones with ads. Okay.
Nice.
So this is a very tricky situation because what you're trying to do is you are trying to accelerate a vehicle, decelerate a vehicle, and give the vehicle a turn all at the same time. So you actually managed to accomplish doing pretty much all of those things. And as you get to the corner, X1, you see the driver's side rear door unlocks and opens, and as the vehicle skids and stops, the door just kind of sways open a bit.
Nice. What do I need to roll to gracefully but quickly get in?
The most gracefulest yet quickest way to get in would probably be a athletics roll.
Okay. Because I don't have it, I'm just going to do this.
Yep.
Oh, thank goodness.
And you're like, bus is here, whoosh, 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 and dive over the concrete
Yeah,
bunker
boy.
into the back seat. One of your notifications alerts you that you have a individual or parcel that is now on the back seat of your vehicle, and also your motion detectors saw something somewhat X1 sized and shaped running this way and then flying into the vehicle. And now you're going to just try to gun it and get past the street fight?
Yep.
All right, give me another driving with vehicles then.
Driving with vehicles and 5 higher than
5 higher than a 19. And
24.
with the back passenger door slightly askew, you gun the engine and just zip right past the entire conflict.
Oh, thank goodness.
I shut the door. And I pat the seat because he can't hear me, so I just pat the seat.
Yep.
That was awesome.
Keep going for a little longer.
Uh-huh.
Then stop the vehicle.
Okay.
Unjack temporarily. Remind myself what the address is.
All right,
Then
there it
jack
is.
back in and go.
Cool. All right. You will successfully get there. You will successfully get the contract. There is no attempting to screw the player aside from the monetary value of the job that you already agreed to. So
Right.
there's no unusual clauses that I'm going to backstab you with later that you need to roll to try to see if you can spot or anything like that. Everything is fine. That's not the importance of this story. So we can just let that occur politely in the background.
Yes.
Awesome.
And our first gang violence card has now been resolved.
Yay!
Thanks,
Gang
people.
violence.
Mother, I crave violence.
Right.
We learned nothing from Captain Planet.
Nothing whatsoever. Is there anything that anybody is... does everyone want to take as much of an opportunity to try to rest, recover, and heal between now and the show? Cool. All right. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to now, having resolved a little bit of chaotic violence, and with me having nothing else on the schedule between now and then, that was Wednesday the 1st, and then we will skip Thursday and Friday, and everyone is healed 2, with the exception of Bacon, who is healed 1.
Mm-hmm.
Yay.
And we can skip forward to Saturday. We can assume that the band is practicing for the gig coming up during the week. Not a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
We can assume that everything has gotten worked out. We can assume that Thorn and Neon have been informed by a very happy Grouch that Grouch is officially now their driver. So if they need anything, to give him a call. And we can assume that Nalani has also informed you that if you need to go anywhere or do anything, give Grouch a call because he's already being paid for it. And none of you can try to do side gigs because you are healing. Basically, anytime that you are not trying to heal for extended periods of downtime, you can basically try to do a hustle, which is a downtime side gig kind of thing. But you
that'd be the time when we could try and charge a market a bit.
Yeah.
For example.
Exactly. But you can't heal and hustle at the same time. So.
Right.
Says you.
Look,
I honestly expected that from Thorn. I don't know.
All I know is, according to 5e, if you go 6 days without a minimum of 6 hours of complete uninterrupted rest, you will die. So apparently I have been a lich for at least the last 30 years.
I mean,
D&D is a fantasy game where you get 8 hours of sleep every day.
Yes.
Right.
All right. Some muscles are very healing.
I saw that as well. I'm like, well, now.
All right. And with that, let's go to Saturday. Does anybody have anything specific that they...
Do you want to take a quick break before going into...
That's a good idea. Yeah, before we actually move into anything important, let's...
We should probably do that.
Snack desperately.
Let's go take a little snacky snack. We'll take a quick break, and we will be right back in a couple minutes. So everybody, talk to you soon. Bye!
Everybody.
See ya!
All right. All of those work. It is... I want interesting, which can lead to suffering. It's true. It is Saturday. Day before the gig. What's everybody's plans?
Well, I need to, I suppose, among other things, I suppose I need to coordinate with the band and all.
I was gonna say if there's rehearsals, it's possible Thorn might have just straight up invited Bacon and...
Yeah, you guys can all be hanging out at the apartment during rehearsals. At the moment, it's the closest thing you've got to a clubhouse.
I mean, that's
Plus,
true.
Given Bacon's better half as a fan, I'm sure she'd cream herself at the chance to be able to like sit in on a...
Pretty much.
Yeah, I'm pretty certain I wouldn't be allowed to go if she wasn't allowed to go. So, yeah.
I want to be looking for a bigger spot for us. So searching the net either for like territories with gangs that need to be like kicked out or something that we can take over the territory, or like really cheap places that are bigger.
Okay. Strider a couple times in the like you've seen Strider over the last couple days, mostly because that was also you getting healed, like medicine checks and stuff.
Don't do anything illegal on our Wi-Fi. That's the next one.
Okay. I will do that elsewhere.
I was going to say that sounded oh so convincing. Yeah.
Tell me not to do it illegal, just not here on the
Right.
Wi-Fi. Okay, man.
No, that's fair. That's
Don't do
fair.
it in my
I mean,
house.
yeah, I'm not a cop.
Yeah. Don't
I'm
shoot
not-
where you
I'm
eat.
not a
I
cop.
got you.
Whoever, it's not here. I barely fucking use the net. I don't want cops knocking down my door over it.
Neon, give me a composition roll and then also a performance roll.
Okay. 13. and 17.
Okay. Also, need to remind everybody, this is bad on my part because it's a game mechanical thing that you just want to remember to take advantage of. Remember that however many points you have in luck, you can spend to add 2 rolls before you roll them per session. So,
Explain, please.
okay, so for example, X1 has a luck of 7, which means you effectively have 7 plus 1s that you can call at any point during the session, each
Okay.
session. Now, they can all be individual plus 1s. You can go, I really want to get past this black ice without being seen. I'm throwing all 7 at this one roll.
Okay.
Stuff like that.
Perfect.
So, your luck is basically your ability to try to control destiny for your own character. So that those are points that you can spend every single session. They will reset every single session.
Nice. Thank you for the clarification.
Yep. And that is outside of and in addition to cards, channel points, fate points. Those all still work the same way. Fate points in this game cannot give you advantage or disadvantage because those don't exist. You can use fate points for rerolls. You can use fate points after the fact. You cannot declare luck points after the fact. Luck points mechanically must be declared before the die is cast. Band has had a couple days worth of practices and everything is starting to look good for the show. X1, give me a... Trying to look for opportunities. Give me a...
I mean, this can do the background too.
Yeah,
I'm
give me a system knowledge check, but you may add your interface.
system knowledge, but add. Okay.
Yeah, so system knowledge, but you got a +6 on it. Okay. You're looking around and you have been looking for opportunities for the last 3 days. And real estate in Night City is ridiculously expensive. Like, even anything that is just has the opportunity to be a practice space or an old garage or even just like a decent like clubhouse kind of thing on the up and up, you're looking at more than 10,000 euro dollars a month. Like there's just nothing even close to what you're looking for that you guys can afford. Now, you could always do it down in the combat zone for a lot less, but you'd be in the combat zone. Also, there is always the possibility of finding a smaller gang, running them out of town and taking over their turf.
Bad option.
The only particular issue with that option is that maybe somebody still owns the building, maybe not, but that could still wind up being an issue that where you could wind up still needing to pay even after you do that, depending on what's going on with the building itself. But yeah, you're looking around, and yeah, unfortunately, practice spaces in 2025, it just ain't cheap.
I got you. That actually answers a lot of other questions, though, so thank you.
X1 Go Designer GeoCities page. Got it.
Right. But literally, that's what I'm thinking.
Anybody have anything else they want to do? Anything they want to try to get done on the way? Or did you just want to jump to Sunday to potentially have the show happen?
I chill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Neon.
Not every
Neon's
day is
probably-
exciting.
Neon's probably going to spend some time to like, for lack of a better word, like work out.
Okay.
Like keep her like body up, and also kind of like after. I feel like after watching Thorn do his thing, do their thing on that one night, she's kind of been like practicing like swordplay and like more trying to like work out and kind of wants to feels like she wants to be more proactive.
Okay.
Right. I'm healed up on Saturday, so I can do a side hustle thing. Would just practicing a skill I already have be like? Is that an option?
You can practice a skill you already have. You can potentially, working with Grouch, train a skill that he has that you don't, because he has teacher. Or you could do something to try to make a little bit of money.
What skills does Grouch have?
A lot of them.
I have a bunch. I mean, I have a fair number.
Do you have anything specific you were hoping that he might have? Because that might be easier than him going down the list.
Yeah.
He's pretty wide on skills.
Do you have like human perception?
No, that is not one that I have.
Great.
Nope.
We're both autistic. Cool. There was one. This is such a fucking long skill list, and I'm trying to find.
Now, the other thing you can do for a skill that that nobody has is you can also go and buy skill chips, which are ways that you can buy a chip that goes into your chip reader that you have on below your ear, and that allows you to just chip in on a skill. And low level chips are an easy way to get a skill point or two. The problem is that when you're using a chip, you don't gain XP. So you quickly get trapped into a cycle of, rather than learning the skill, you just keep buying bigger chips to keep raising the skill, because you have no other way to raise the skill. And then you don't ever actually raise the skill, because now you're just buying chips for it, and that's how they get you. Thorn needs some people skill. Thorn can handle people really well, just, in a fatalistic fashion.
Only one way. Just only one way.
It hasn't not worked yet. You haven't needed a second way.
I mean, I can work a skill that I already have points in, right? Like with the teaching thing.
As long as as long as the person teaching you also has the skill. Otherwise, you can practice a skill that you have, but practice is not quite as efficient as somebody teaching it to you.
Mm-hmm. I mean, if he has brawling, then like I could just spar with him essentially.
Do you have baseline brawling?
Okay.
Hell yeah. Bonding. This is how Thorn bonds.
I mean, also not
This is one of the
incorrect.
two ways that Thorn bonds.
Just a dude's night out.
Yep. Just a dude's night out, beating the shit out of each other while a live band plays in the background.
Yeah.
I mean, who hasn't been there?
Just make sure that Terry doesn't get jealous. You start using him as a brawling.
The first rule of pre-gaming before a concert is you don't talk about pre-gaming before a concert.
Shard, also very correct. Shard brings up also if you could, work your NPCs to try to find someone that has a skill and pay to train under them, which is also a thing.
It actually, yeah. It might actually be. It might be insanely efficient to like see if we can pay someone to teach Grouch, and then he can teach everybody else.
Yup.
That would be straight up a way to fun.
And to be sure, if I were to take the elocution classes,
yep, then you could teach everybody.
Yeah. That is not a bad shout.
If you buy a skill chip for a skill, you can teach what's on the chip, instructing somebody else in a skill you don't have because you temporarily have it. It's complicated.
It's complicated.
But it's crazy enough to work.
If it's a skill you don't need and somebody else does,
yep.
Then, like...
I mean, there are certain skills I don't think I could argue that I would not need, but other people would.
Yeah.
Having said, it is not a bad shout. I'm wondering... You know what? I'm wondering if we could... If Ekisuno and I might try and do a little bit of market playing. Now, mind you, I'd have to tell him what to execute, but he would execute, if that makes sense. Because I'm the one that has the skill. Yes?
That is also a thing that could be done. That would be you guys doing a hustle on available time.
Yeah. On available time and being careful about funds and what have you, of course.
Now, as of Saturday, you can't hustle yet unless you don't want to be healed.
Oh no, that's right.
So
because I am still one down, so
that's still on the table, but you ain't made it there yet.
Yep. I better put my signing bonus on my Eurobucks while I'm thinking about it. What? Mind you, most of that's... You know what? In between what I have already and that, and we said our baseline was 800.
What baseline? What? Yeah. Oh, for expenses. Yes.
Right. I'll let Strider know that this has all happened and what have you, and then I'm going to pay off another month. Now that'll bring me down to 330 or 335 in.
Just hold on.
No.
Nope. Can't pay bills. Can't pay bills in advance.
Oh, okay.
Not allowed.
Well, in the case, got to be real careful. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Got to be careful. Having said,
there has to be more of an opportunity to. There has to be more of an opportunity to fuck you over. So.
Oh, I see. Yes, naturally. Naturally. But having said, with the market idea, I'll bring it up with everybody if they want to chip in on a pot and try it, but it's for everybody type of thing. Kind of like that one hand monster was here not that long ago, but anyway. But yeah, not today, as I do need to heal up. So we'll just whoa, listen to the music.
So he can't teach me brawling today because he's healing up.
Oh, that's a fair point.
Not yet.
See, I can't do that either.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. I'll put a pin in the idea.
Yep.
Just bring it up with him.
I mean, he could. It just means that he would start the day not healed. Start the next day still with 1 wound box.
Oh, the box.
I could
what's in the box?
I could play a card. I could play a card that would heal him, and then
That is also something that
I
could
mean,
happen.
that is valid. That is also valid.
Grouch, here.
Grouch, heal. Now train me.
Teach me to punch. Teach
Oh,
me to punch.
right. In that case, that box isn't there anymore.
Correct.
And now we fight.
All right.
Dogs zoomies all of a sudden.
Grouch, give me a brawling roll.
I'll give you a brawling roll. I got a brawling roll for you. Here comes the 1. Nope, it's not a 1. Yay.
17. Thorn, give me a brawling roll.
Damn.
18. Grouch, give me a teaching roll.
Teaching roll. How about teaching roll?
Turns out Thorn's the one teaching him.
You actively made me worse.
There it is.
And that is a crit fail
Yes, it is.
on an intelligence skill. So please roll me a d10, sir.
Let's see how bad it is. Somewhere in the middle.
Okay.
I know brawling the back of my own hand. That's
Pete's sake.
You rusty old man?
To be sure, it's been a while.
Give me a... Give me a persuasion check.
Oh boy.
Persuasion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I read the thing.
All right. You are so rusty at teaching that you did it terribly, but managed to pull it off in a way where nobody realized that you taught poorly.
Yeah.
Oh.
However, Grouch, roll me a d10
Yeah.
and try to roll your body type or lower.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
1 over.
nice.
1 over.
You didn't pull a muscle, I'm guessing?
No, he said body type or under.
He did. I said.
Oh.
He specifically, I believe, he said body type or lower, but yes.
You did.
So, Thorn, you and Grouch are sparring.
Mm-hmm.
In the middle of you and Grouch sparring, you see the old man kind of put up a hand for a second because he's having trouble catching his breath.
Oh,
You are not
This
giving
is
him a heart
going.
attack right now. You are not giving him a heart attack right now. Are you serious?
And then he falls over.
Grouch! No!
And Thorn may never forgive themselves.
Oh no!
oh no.
Boop, boop,
Don't,
boop.
Strider will probably bring me up and slap me upside the head. Is what's going to happen.
First, you make pancakes and burn down the wall. Next, you spar with an antediluvian and cause their heart to explode.
I love it. I love it. I love it. For the record, folks, that's a second full 750 mil, not just a shot. If you're playing the game, it's on you.
All right.
You were
warned.
Do I still get the brawling teaching points for that?
Oh, yes. He
I love
won't
it.
die in vain. You may get a skill point.
You gave me 1 brawling point.
I'll always remember that time you taught me poorly.
And then had a heart attack.
You have to leave all of this in at the edit. You realize that, don't
Obviously. Okay, so
I'm not dead yet.
Thorn,
Strider?
the band is practicing. You are there as Strider and Taggart are watching the band. X1 is doing something involving ones and zeros. So you're the only person that has seen that that poor old Grouch has fallen over.
Thorn's freaking out immediately. Starts like leaning over the couch and shouting for Strider.
What? And jumps over the couch and.
I grab a pillow and throw it at Cherry to get the band's attention.
You see the
What the fuck?
Old man, falling and he can't get up. Get the life there.
what? Oh. What did you do?
I killed our driver.
I killed our driver.
I killed our driver. They're sinking down. They're not dealing with this well.
Neon's gonna kind of rush over here and. He's an old guy. He's not used to this sort of thing.
Oh, clearly.
You saw what you did.
I didn't use the claws this time. I was just stalking him. He just stopped for a second and then he fell over.
Yeah, but he's not like Taggart. He can't just take a beating.
No, I do not.
Is he gonna be okay?
He does not have. Doc Wagon in this game is Trauma Team, and also, no, he does not have a Trauma Team package. We have discussed how valuable Trauma Team can be, but
yeah, we can't afford that right now. No,
I mean, life is expensive. Death is cheap. All right.
No.
Let's go with.
I just look over at Strider like, is he gonna be okay?
I'm working on it.
No, Noctis, this is on you. You participated in the game. It's on you. You were told. It was not suggested.
I just wanted a field of rabbits.
Tell me about the rabbits, George.
Tell me
Wasn't even
about
my idea, Noctis.
Okay. So. Grouch.
Don't tell me I have to make another one already. Sucks so bad.
Grouch, buddy.
Oh no.
Do me a favor.
Yeah.
First off, I'm going to do this. Do me a favor and make a body type check, which means you want to roll your body type or lower.
Right. Yeah.
Wait,
so
hang on.
what we're gonna do?
Refund that card. Refund that card. Refund that card. I give him a +1. I thought you wanted him to roll high. Refund the card,
Nope,
please.
too late. Too late.
No, refund the card. No.
It's refunded.
No. Fine.
There. I will spend peanuts deliberately from -1 to the roll. Thank you.
Also, you have a +1 on this roll from Paige. From
Oh.
Layla earlier.
Paige.
Oh.
So,
Here we go.
so with no modifier to the roll, you just make a
Oh,
6.
hang on.
Just
What?
make it.
There. Just a chat. No, let me do the -1. I'm using peanuts. It's not letting me.
No, because he already did one with peanuts.
No.
Okay,
No,
so
we're okay. We made it
Grouch
this time.
is stabilized. And the frantic nature of the moment has given you all a little bit of fatigue. So everyone please take 1 wound box. I just added it to Grouch's because I was on his card. But
Right.
everyone please take 1 wound box from a fatigue card that was played, which we are going to say is everyone, including the band, seeing Grouch almost die of a heart attack in the apartment.
Alright.
Fantastic.
All right.
Oh, jeez.
And
Are you sure you're still cut out for this?
Oh.
It'll be fine.
Strider is looking at you and is like, we really should get you to, I mean, I did what I can to stabilize it, but I can't tell you how much damage is in there. We really should take you to a hospital or a clinic or something.
We can't
What
afford
exactly
it.
What
It'll
exactly
be
is
fine.
wrong?
What is wrong with him?
What's
Hey,
wrong
I
with him
just
is
looked at 'em
what's
both.
wrong with him is he learned how to ride horses on fucking T-Rexes is what's wrong with. Look at him. It's obvious what's wrong with him.
Well, I'm just. Is it just because it's just that he is older and has a heart problem, or is there something else going on? Is it an actual like condition, or is it just he's old? Like, no offense, I just want to know.
None taken. That is exactly the problem. I'm fucking old.
X1, give me a system check roll.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Hold
I'd look over to Thorn real quick.
on. System,
So
system
maybe
knowledge, I
we
assume, yeah?
just
Yeah, system knowledge is what I meant.
yeah. So maybe we just stick to classroom teaching for now.
Okay.
Let me. Oy vey.
I look over at Thorn a bit, just like kind of. I give Thorn a scritch behind one of their ears and just, you okay?
I'm fine. I think I got him in the kidney or something.
Hey, it's okay. I'm not mad. That was startling.
X1,
He meant.
X1 knows that depending on when and where Grouch got the rigging surgeries done, this might be a age thing. This might also be because the military, in their infinite disposable soldier wisdom, when they first started rigging combat drivers and fighter pilots, part of the rigging software, or part of the rigging hardware, was attached to the adrenal glands in the body to allow the body to more rapidly dump massive amounts of adrenaline in combat situations to make the rigging more efficient. The downside to that is, much like anything that is designed to up the reflexes in the body, it creates a massive strain on the heart. And if he's 50 and possibly been rigging for 20 plus years,
He has an 80-year-old heart or something.
yeah.
Got it. Shit.
Fuck.
We got to get you in a new heart or a pacemaker or something.
Ooh.
Replace it with a baboon's heart. Something strong.
Jeez.
I lean over to Neon. Can you actually replace your heart with a baboon?
No, I don't think so. I don't think it's.
I am obviously not a doctor.
I'm obviously not
I mean,
a doctor. I'm
we
just a
can-
man with good ideas.
Right.
We we know that I'm assuming. I'm assuming the concept of the cyber heart does exist, or something. Obviously, it is like like millions of dollars, but like I'm assuming that is a actual thing that does exist.
There is actually a cybernetic heart, yes. There is a couple different options that can be done. One is a cybernetic heart. One would be you can make a BioVat cloned version of your of someone's existing heart, and then the heart can be replaced with no fear of rejection.
Nice.
I mean, it's something we could look into.
Neither is cheap.
X1.
Both are possible.
X1.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with GoFundMe? Do you know how to make one?
I'm on it already.
Great.
I mean, yeah, like a fundraiser thing or something. We could totally do something like that. It might make some headlines. But
The worst kind of headlines, but I guess any publicity. Fuck.
what? And then the Outputt Grrls help a dying old man get a new lease on life. Come
Yeah.
on.
Yes, the heartwarming story about the country that doesn't have any fucking health care having to raise
optics.
funds to
Yeah,
buy
the
someone a
optics.
new heart. Tale as old
The
as
optics.
fucking time. You want to
The
make a
optics
lemonade
might be
stand
good.
while we're at it?
Having said,
I'm working with what I have. Okay, we don't all have your goddamn British healthcare thing. Okay.
I love all of this.
I'm here for all of it. It's hilarious. In the meantime, I get Strider to help me back up to my feet and whatnot. And then because they're all going off on this, trying to help the old man, and I start with Thorn because Thorn freaked out the most.
Okay.
But the whole forehead to forehead thing, but it goes around to everybody, with the possible exception of Dexy, because she does look like she is not into that sort of thing. In which case, I just bow.
I mean, Dexy won't care either way.
Okay, well, fair enough. The main point is,
while you're on the ground, everyone has gathered around. It is like standing in a circle around your body. Dexy has actually moved like most of the way across the room by the time that you get up, and is looking to see if there's a corpse on the floor. And when there's not, she's like, oh good.
Yep. Yeah, that's
is
about
concerned.
right.
The most
That's
nightmare
right.
location known
Calm
to me.
down, Bexy. It's okay.
Calm down. Everything's fine.
I love this group. I love everything about this. You guys are nuts. I love you all.
Okay.
However, that does not override the fact that we have work to, that we have a job to do. We need to get the kit packed up in the V and get you all to the Grand Illusion for a nice concert. How about it?
Yeah.
They call him the Grouch. He ain't been grouchy once.
Not yet.
Except maybe in the first 30 minutes after he wakes up and hasn't had his coffee yet.
All right. As long as you're okay, then yeah, let's go. We can get back to things. I just don't die.
I just tried to act like a 20-year-old. That's all. That happens.
I just turned over to Strider. Strider. Just like, is he telling the truth? Is he gonna be okay?
For a while. He's going to be okay for a while. Sooner or later, these kind of stresses are going to be too much, and his heart's just going to rip itself apart. Now, if we can get him a cloned one or a cybernetic one before then, and can get him to a hospital with a surgery center and can do open heart surgery, he can be fine. A cloned heart off of his own heart is gonna work like it did when he was 18. The problem is,
I mean, worst comes to worst. I also know a guy who can do some full body conversion work. It worked on Dexy pretty well.
Yeah, so I mean, there's cybernetic options. There's cloned out options. The surgery itself is basically going to cost around 2,500 eddies. A VAT cloned heart is 1,500. A cybernetic heart, depending on what you get, is going to be 800 to up, depending on if it has any additional funky abilities to it.
Mm.
I mean, 1,500 doesn't, like, for what it is, sounds surprisingly cheap.
Yeah, like,
than I was expecting.
Like, we're looking at like $4,000 in order to have him not have to worry about his heart condition anymore. The problem is that, and she kind of like says this quieter to you rather than saying it out loud for the whole room. The problem is as soon as he got any money to fix the heart damage that the rigging caused, he didn't get a new heart. He got a new truck with rigging gear in it. And that's why I'm angry at him.
Well, to be fair, it's a nice truck. Wouldn't be here if it wasn't for that truck, but I understand your concern.
Yeah. And I'm not upset about him having a truck. I'm upset about him having the truck when he doesn't have his heart fixed yet, so he's doing the thing that causes more damage to his heart. And I understand that him having the truck is his best way of getting the money to be able to get the heart fixed. But it's also the thing that's going to give him less time to get the heart fixed.
I apologize, it's off topic, but like, just so I know, like, are you two like a thing, or
yeah?
Okay, like married?
Not officially, no.
Okay, I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure if you're, because when I saw you, I figured you could either be his partner, his sister, or his just live-in nurse. So I wasn't sure what was going on.
Damn!
Wow!
Thorn shoves their face into your shoulder as not to start laughing out loud.
Let's go with partner and also live-in nurse.
Okay.
I mean. Oh, wow, Jerica, well played.
You are so lucky. You are so lucky or cute enough to get away with saying things like this on the regular.
She looks kind of like almost confused. Like, what was that? Huh? I was just asking a question.
And Strider's like, I mean, to be fair, a lot of people think I'm his daughter. So the fact that that wasn't on the list, I'm going to take as a compliment. Or wait, that means I'm looking older now. No, I'm not going to take that as a compliment. Fate point for Jerica.
Yeah. Yeah. Nope. That one was earned. I'm going to make sure she gets that if she doesn't get it during the voting.
And
But thank you for being here.
yeah, no, I'm glad that he's working with you guys. I'm glad that we're all here. Yeah, this is fun.
Good. I should go back to.
Yeah.
I should go back to
Okay.
over here.
So you guys go back to practicing. Everybody goes back to doing everything they were doing, except for Grouch, who does not go back to having a heart attack.
Yeah, no. Just sit back, listen to the music, and just not.
And we will go to the 5th. So everybody has a chance to heal 1 point on the 4th.
Oh, good. So I'm not completely busted.
Yeah.
I'm back to only a little bit busted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm back to full again.
Yay!
Yay!
We got over our collective heart attack over what just
Right?
Yeah.
I'll spend a potion and take me to full.
Okie doke.
You know what? Oh, that's too much. I'll spend a card and bring myself back up to full because I have a feeling. That might be a good idea.
What's the worst that can happen?
All right. So, you guys will all make it to... Unless someone has anything else they want to do between now and then, we can jump to... before opening at the Grand Illusion.
Yeah.
And I will drive normally
Okay.
rather than via the rig. Well, I mean,
rest thy weary heart.
among other things, considering all that information came out thanks to Ekisuno's diagnosis, I will try not to rig unless we're on a work job.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind.
I will try to avoid that because that might say, but if it's needed, we got to do it.
As you all get to the Grand Illusion, it is currently closed, but you guys obviously are let in anyway. As you come in, the first person you see is, and one of you is aware of who this is, you see a 6'8" massive bouncer, almost fully chromed out, like as close as you can be to a full Borg and not be fully Borged. And they are wearing a purple long coat with some neon yellows in it, matching boots, and also just like some black, almost like boxing gear clothing that might be clothing or might just be permanently part of the cybernetics. It's tough to tell. Underneath of the coat, and also wearing a black beret. He's wearing a black beret with no kind of marking or badge to it or anything. And as you approach the door of the club, the bouncer walks over. You the band for tonight?
Yeah. Hi, Neon Jubilee.
Right. Yeah, we can get everything set up near the stage. Did you need any help bringing in your gear?
We have most of it. Make carry pretty light.
Okay.
But yeah, we should be fine.
All right. Well,
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. And then he looks over and is like, "Hey, X1, how you been?"
He's
I timed it for when he walked away because I knew he had his headset on.
Yeah, no. Where do I know the big guy from?
This is Mammoth.
Oh, hell yeah. Give him a big hug, I assume, around his waist and legs because he's huge.
Yeah, you give him a hug around the waist. He gives you the bro hug in the back, but it's like "Grrr," when he does.
Oh, big hug. Good to see you, buddy.
He is just big. He is big with 4 G's big.
Got it.
Maybe to know each other?
Yeah, we used to roll back in the day.
Cool.
And we also know that our backs are safe here.
Yeah, don't worry. We got. I make sure to keep this place on lockdown, and if anything gets too bad, I can call up a couple of my chums, and we can usually get things quieted down pretty quick. Everybody, give me a streetwise roll.
Oh.
I'm not going to mess up in front of my boy, so I'm going to spend a fate point.
You're fine, because this is information you already knew, so it didn't matter.
Oh, shit, never mind.
Yeah, so you're good.
20.
Everyone quickly recognizes that the beret that he's wearing, that black beret, that is a gang affiliation. It's a gang called the Back Alley Brawlers, and they're basically a guardian gang in most of, across about half of Night City. They don't claim half of it as turf, obviously, but they're often employed as bodyguards, bouncers, stuff like that. They generally try to keep the peace and keep riffraff and fights to a minimum.
Sounds more like a union for bodyguards.
It's pretty much the Back Alley Brawlers are pretty much a bouncers union. Yeah, that's pretty fair.
Nice.
I'm good. I'm glad to know we're in good hands. Thank you. We'll start setting up and is Carrie Erdine here?
Yeah, actually, he kind of. Once you all showed up, I was supposed to tell you that he wanted to meet with you.
Oh, he did? Okay, cool. Yeah, we'll get set up and we'll come see him.
That doesn't make any sense. I didn't even have that model when I assigned this folder. Why is that one wrong? That's okay, because the walk around is fine. So, all right. As you guys start working around and setting up stuff in the back room area of the club, you will notice, and I'm going to put these 4 models here so that you all can see them. You see... Yeah, ignore look at the turnaround bit. Ignore the smaller one for him, because I don't know why it has the wrong model there. I'll fix it later. But you see a number of band posters, and that one too. I don't know what happened. Anyway, you see a number of band posters that show the original members of Samurai, which is to say, Johnny Silverhands.
Oh shit.
And you guys 2 now?
Kerry Uridine.
Mm-hmm.
Nancy on bass, Henry on rhythm guitar, and Denny on drums. And this is what the band looked like back in 2007.
Thorn sighs wistfully at the Nancy part of the poster.
Grouch actually nods, and he gets the thousand-yard stare in his eyes for about 2 seconds, but then, it snaps back to present day.
You ever heard much about samurai in the old country? I look at Thorn.
Oh. I mean, well enough. I got such a bad fucking crush on Nancy, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. A lot of people think too.
Mammoth is like, yeah, they came close to changing the world back in the day. Big old raid, big old riot on Arasaka Tower. That was back in 2009.
They had some good intentions, good music. I always kind of looked up to them when I was first looking at music and starting out, but I think I'm trying a different angle than I don't know. They just always came off as maybe more aggro than. Oh, I understood it. I don't know. Actually, that's actually kind of something I might want to. I mean, if Carrie's here, it's been talked about.
Okay. So, we'll clear all of them out. As the group of you all head this way to start setting up things on this massive Hoochin stage that we'll be covering later. We will take Neon, and we will move Neon down to the back rooms.
Can I follow her?
Not for this one.
Okay.
Yeah, as you start to follow, Mammoth just puts out a hand which weighs almost as much as your entire body. And it's just like, I know you're only doing your job, but so am I. Kerry said, just Neon.
I look at Neon, just making sure she's cool with this.
She just kind of looks back and goes, I'll be okay. I'll be okay.
And I stay.
You go back through the kitchen where people are getting everything prepped for the night, and into a nice lounge area, which has some music playing, and you see neon-laced platinum albums on the wall from Kerry's solo projects. And then you come around the corner, and you make it into the studio. And you see, and I'll throw this model over next to the rest of the players so you guys can see them as well, since you can't see into this room. You will see Kerry 17 years later. Still has the same tattoos, not nearly the clean-shaven punk that he was in the early 2000s. Obviously, he got rid of the frosted tips because everybody did, because, man, that did not stick around very long, did it? But you just see this mid-40s-something looking, still pretty trim guitarist sitting behind the desk in his office when you come in.
she'll kind of like very quietly just sort of open the door and see him and just kind of try to keep composure and just kind of hi, Mr. Uridine. A pleasure to meet you. I'm Neon Jubilee. You wanted to see me?
And he's like looking through stuff on his desk, and he puts up his hand for a second. He's like,
Oh, sorry.
Come on in, sit down. And he goes back to what he's working on. And probably only makes you wait like 10 or 15 seconds, but because of the weight of the moment, it feels a lot longer than that to you.
Neon will just kind of close the door, then just shift like in this chair and just kind of shift uncomfortably in it while she waits.
Finishes up what he's doing, pushes it to the side, turns back, and looks at you face to face, head on. So, Neon Jubilee, huh?
Yeah.
Did you pick that
You've
from
you've heard of me?
Did you pick that from anywhere particular, or?
I don't know. I like the pretty lights.
Nice. I mean, if you like being in the lights, you're in the right industry for it. He takes a data pad that's on the table. And it is he just kind of like slides it into the middle of the desk. And on it is a scream sheet with the headline that says Neon Jubilee and Outputt Grrls, slab scavs and rescue joy toys.
Nice.
Well, it's a bit of an overstatement, but
I mean, the best advertising is.
to be fair, my partner did most of the work.
Mine used to too. Look, I'm not going to blow smoke on you and tell you I've been following your career, because I haven't. But because your name came up 3 different times in 3 different directions in the last 24 hours, I have spent a bit of today finding out about you.
You saw the. You didn't see the. You saw the old, vids before I made a band. I was just doing random uploads. I wasn't supposed. I didn't. I mean, they didn't know they were going to catch on, but.
Hey, anything that gets your foot in the door. I get it.
I mean,
I understand. I was hungry once. I mean, fortunately, I'm not now, but I remember it.
Yeah, just a girl and her guitar. Just make a couple of little songs here and there and see what happens. Didn't think it'd get anywhere, but, well, here we are.
Yeah. It's like the music, I gotta tell you, I like it a lot. It's not what I play, but that's not important. What's important is that you believe in what you play. And I can tell. That sways people. That's what people want to see. That's what people need to hear. But this, he just taps on the data pad. You can do what you want with your career, your life. You're going to. I was in my 20s. I remember not listening to anybody either. I got lucky. Real lucky. That Samurai didn't last longer than it did. I got lucky that I got out of an element that was more willing to pick a fight than to pick a guitar.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying you don't have a cause. I'm not saying that your cause isn't just. I'm not saying that your cause isn't right. And I'm not saying it's not one worth fighting for. That's a decision you have to make. What I am going to tell you is it's a long way to the top. And it's longer if you do anything but rock and roll. I think you can make it. I think you got what it takes. It'll take a couple lucky breaks. It'll take a couple handshakes along the way. Maybe a couple backroom deals. They never hurt. Not always needed, but they never hurt. But, and he just kind of gets this 1,000-yard stare for a second. I knew someone like you. You know who it is. He was angry and full of rage. And he wrote the best damn music I ever heard because of it. But at some point, it became more about fighting the fight than making the music for him. And that fight broke him. Because it's a fight nobody can win.
Your friend. How much do you know about Johnny Silverhand? Is it pretty well known, all his like antics?
All of his antics. Johnny Silverhand is very much an open book. All of his antics up to 2021 in this universe are the same as in the real universe, in the real game universe. All of his antics are well known. It is well. He is a very open book about fighting Arasaka. He is a very open book about having been ex-military. He is a very open book about not having a sin, mostly because he can't get one again, because technically he went AWOL from the military, and if he tries to apply for a sin, they're still going to arrest him. So he is very open and public about everything that's happened in his career. He is even open and public about the fact that there was a record label that tried to force him to sign with them because they were going to tell everyone that he went AWOL from the military and was going to tell the government where to find him. So he just went public with all of the information instead so that they had no blackmail information, and then made it public that they tried to blackmail him, and that's why he was telling everyone. So
The David Letterman gambit.
Yes. Johnny Silverhand is very much, and that's one of the reasons why he's still such a Robin Hood kind of figure, is that amongst a certain subset of people, he is, and granted, nobody's seen him for the last few years, but he was uncompromising, unapologetic, violence for the sake of righteousness, even if you didn't necessarily agree with his brand of righteousness, he always felt that the violence was righteous whenever he was violent. Yeah, he's very, even to this day, he is very much a folk legend. And there's not a single damn thing that Kerry can do without somebody asking if Samurai are going to get back together for a reunion tour, because Johnny Silverhands is just Johnny Silverhands and everybody loves him.
You know, when I was younger, I grew up listening to you, to Samurai, among others, and I did believe a lot of the messages you originally were saying, and to this day I still appreciate everything you and Johnny and the others did for the industry. But also I know what you're talking about. Your friend, your partner, and Johnny, at some point, based on everything I know, I can't speak, you know him better than I do, but he lost the plot and let the thrill of fighting and rage seem to consume him more than anything else. I understand that pain and that desire to want to hurt and lash out at everyone who's wronged you. Trust me, I've seen my fair share of cruelty for being who I am. And I'm sure I'll see 100 times more of that before I leave this earth. But that's not why I'm doing this. I can't stop pain and suffering. I can't stop cruelty and racism and various transphobia and all the horrible things that people do to each other. But I can show people a better side of humanity than what we think we are. I want to show people through my music, through my actions, that people are worth it, and to inspire them that there is more to life than just cruelty if you look in the right places. You know, as a child from Haywood, my family was a fairly religious people, and you know, while I don't follow the scriptures anymore, things still do stick with me here and there. And in the Bible, a jubilation is a time when the land is fertile, when debts are repaid, or even or even washed away, when slaves are set free, when there is a new beginning, a new... It's a celebration. And that's what I want to be. A celebration of people, of empathy towards others. And if I have to, and only a last resort, do I ever want to show the same cruelty to others that they show to me? I'm not full of the same rage that so many others get lost in. But I'm also not stupid or naive to know that there are people out there you can't change their minds. You can't, no matter what you do, you can't just sing a song and make them change their entire personality, unlike the cartoons want to make you think that that's possible. And in those cases, then, well, that's why I have people like Thorn, my partner. They protect me. The community protects me. People protect each other. And so I understand your concerns. But we did what we did not because we wanted to hurt someone. We did what we did because we wanted to save people. Because there are people out there that no one cares about. I've been there myself. People still don't really care about me. I may make a couple of songs that people like my music and stuff, but at the end of the day, I'm still just another minority, living in squalor. And if I were to disappear tomorrow, no one would remember me.
Give me a human perception check. Cool. Also, while we're here, give me a charismatic leadership role. Okay. That's a 26 on charismatic leadership, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm just who I am. You ask, my name, I'm a shining light in the celebration of positivity and change, of a better tomorrow. That's what Neon Jubilee is. But in reality, at the same time, in reality, I'm just some fucked up girl from Haywood. No one cares, that no one's going to care about.
You got him pretty much on advantage doesn't work in Cyberpunk, so that card goes back. Bink. Thank you. Try again. You notice that he's really hanging on to what you're saying and when, and is very much invested in your position and the way that you discuss things. You do notice that when you talk about having your Thorn and your community and your crew, you get a his demeanor breaks a little bit, and you notice that there is a bit of a remorse on that point that shows on his face, a regret of some kind. But he doesn't say anything and he doesn't interrupt you. And then as you continue speaking, that moment fades and he goes back into, picking up everything you're talking about.
So, I don't know. It's just how I see things. And I thank you for your concern, and it's nice to actually meet you face to face. I didn't think I'd ever really talk to anyone from Samurai of all people. I probably wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you all.
He just kind of smirks. He's like, "Yeah, we get that a lot."
I'm sure.
Hey, everybody has their influences. Everybody inspires somebody else. We got inspired by people coming in. We inspired people on the way out. You got inspired by people coming in. You'll inspire others. Just,
Funny enough, you're probably the only like modern band of my era that I listen to most of the time. As you can probably tell, I was more of an 80s kid.
That's okay.
Born in the wrong generation and all that, as people would probably say. Or at least that stylization. That I know it's fake, but it's
Everybody
nice to believe.
needs something to believe in. That's what being a rocker's all about. Look, you got a good head on your shoulders. You seem solid. Just, go practice, go have a good night tonight. Just keep in mind what I said if it comes to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I will.
Cool.
Hey, how's Nancy doing? My partner's a big fan of hers, and I was just wondering.
She's doing all right. I mean, after everything with her ex and after she got out of jail, yeah, she tried going back into music for a while and got back out of it. And now she works for, Network 54. She did kind of a makeover, personal remodel, but she's out there. You'll see her on the vid every once in a while. She reports under the name Bess Isis, but that's still Nancy. She's doing all right.
That's good.
I think in a way she kind of takes the band breaking up personally, like it was her fault or something, when it was just a turn of events.
She a big mythological person. She's into. I mean, she named herself after 2 Egyptian gods. That's pretty cool.
She was the one that came up with the name Samurai for the band originally too. She's just a pretty big history buff.
I was just curious. My partner has a kind of crush on her, so I wasn't sure how she was doing.
Yeah, she's around. She's doing all right.
Well, I'll let them know then to look out for a Bess Isis on the news channels.
Yeah.
Thank you for the letting me come. Thank you for bringing me out here, and hopefully are you gonna stick around for the show?
Oh yeah, I'll be around tonight. I'll be listening.
Okay. Well, hopefully you have fun and enjoy.
And with that,
yeah, and I'll just kind of start walking out.
All right.
As I walk out, I let Thorn know. Hey, so apparently your new girlfriend Nancy is working as a Best Isis on channel 7.
54.
Ears pinned. It's just like don't call her that.
Yeah. Now,
you
News,
want to watch
News Network 54.
Yeah, if you want to check out News Network 54 sometime and see how she's doing, And so just kind of give you like a kiss on the cheek and start walking away.
Face all red.
You guys sound check. You test a bunch of things. You get everything set up for later in the night. You do everything. You get the sound check going. And then you basically set up all of your gear and then go to a backstage area because you're not the opening band. And you're going to be backstage for a little bit while somebody else opens, warms up the place, and then the Outputt Grrls will come on.
Is there anyone I know? The opening band?
The opening band.
You just asked the DM the name of a PC. Give him a second.
The opening band is a band named Unfit Tragedy.
Okay.
Give me a give me a streetwise roll, unless you have lore rock bands. You haven't seen or heard of them before, but that doesn't necessarily mean they're good or bad. It just is because this is not... If they're a local neighborhood band, this isn't a neighborhood that you play in a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So it is very possible that you just haven't heard of them before.
I wanna before the show kind of like go knock on their door and just kind of say hi and give them like a little bit of like a, good luck out there.
Okay.
Kind of like just meet and greet kind of thing, and then very quickly, and then just head back.
All right. While everything is getting set up, and after everything has been checked and everything has been set, and the early crowds are starting to come in. Opening band hasn't gone on yet, but the club is open. Everyone give me a awareness perception check. Or awareness notice, yeah.
Yes.
Cool. All right. So, because of cards that were played,
Uh-oh.
the first two people that rolled, squirrel, don't see anything, which is to say Neon and Morgoth missed this first. However, that also... okay. And also Grouch. So, Thorn. You see near like the kind of towards the edge of the backstage area.
Mm-hmm.
You see a guy hanging around the stage area. He's a white dude in his late 40s, early 50s maybe. Kind of greasy looking hair, but it is shock white at the temples and along the top of his hairline. Looks like he's in pretty good shape, but also almost has like just almost like a Dorfer vibe coming off of him. And the most unusual thing about him is he's wearing a old samurai's tour jacket.
So is he backstage or like at the edge of the stage in front?
He's in the backstage area.
Okay. Interesting. Does he look like he's supposed to be here?
Give me a human perception roll. That thing you're not good at.
Please? Hell yeah! I could sniff you out.
All right.
Still not a great total, but you know.
He's wearing a tour jacket from the from Samurai's Blistering Love album and tour. And while you're checking him out, you're also realizing that this jacket isn't a... It's possible that he just got it as a collector's edition thing, but this tour jacket is not a reproduction. This is the official tour jacket that was only given to people that were involved with the tour. Okay. Now, that being said, also, he doesn't look like he's doing anything or has a job that would require him to be backstage. But the way he moves around in the backstage area, he looks and moves like someone very familiar with this environment. But you are the first person to see him.
I just scooch on over, wearing my wolf skull because I'm on the job, so right. I'm sure this is going to look so not threatening. But I'm going to go up and just be like, hello, mate.
Oh, Oh, hi.
I hold my hand out a bit awkwardly. Thorn, hired security.
And he just kind of shakes your hand. He goes, Jack.
You work the joint?
No, but Carrie and I go way back, so I'm here a lot.
Oh, nice. Well, glad you came
Human
to the
perception.
show. Oh, I can't keep doing this. There's only so much autism I can manage.
All right.
Eh.
That's an 8. Okay. Not terrible. We'll get you that first rank in human perception sooner or later.
This is my job. I should be good at this by now.
I have no ranks in this skill, and it is based off empathy, and I have no more empathy because I'm a cyborg. Yeah, what he says checks out. It seems reasonable.
Well, thank you for stopping by for the new show. You ever heard of Neon or the band before?
I mean, I just saw that they're headlining tonight. Not too familiar myself. Any chance I could, kind of just hang out back here during the set? Kind of watch for a bit.
As long as you're not in the way of sets and props. I wink.
Oh, trust me. The last thing I want to do is be in the wrong spot around a pyro. I learned that lesson back in 17. No, I'll make sure I'm not in the way. That's not a problem.
All right. Need any help with anything? Me and I point out Tagger.
Okay.
Me and my buddy there are the hired security, and obviously, you got that brick shithouse over there. I point out the bouncer.
All right. Oh yeah. He's a big boy.
Okay. Well, that's all the small talk I need.
All right. So
I disappear. Whoosh-ah.
whoosh. With that, we will switch from the not open version of the stage to show everyone the real map.
I'd love to see it. I got it first, Bacon. Shut up.
I wasn't gonna poke the bear. I wasn't gonna do it.
Wait. Seriously? How do you not have lights? There's fucking lights everywhere.
Nope.
No token.
No power bill.
Oh, well, you have no token. Oh, right.
I have a token. I see.
You have a token. All right. Let me drop everybody else's tokens.
I see. Okay.
Everybody panic and wiggle your mics around.
I only set up the important people. Hold on.
Yeah.
Thanks.
For goodness sake. Ew.
Yay!
Where am I? There I am.
Production values.
Value.
I'll be right there. And I'll instruct Tagger to be over there.
All right. Yeah, let me put...
Taker knows this isn't a paying job, right? It's just kind of here.
Yeah, I mean, basically, he's just kind of acting as road crew, but he's not getting paid. It's a very common thing for roommates of bandmates to carry gear and help out at a show because you never have enough time and you always have too much shit.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a time honored tradition, and also it's a great way to get into a big club for free.
I mean,
yeah, that's fair. Then I won't tell him to be anywhere.
Yes.
I'm not paying.
He can still be on the other side. Noctis, have you ever been back in the back alley behind a show and picked up some gear and just carried it in, helped out the band by carrying it in the door for them just to be able to get into a show? Because I'm not saying I have, except I'm saying it's been more than 12 years, so yes, I fucking have.
I did delete the singer of a band for 5 years. So, you know.
Yeah.
But I did it without even knowing the fucking band. I just saw that their truck was there and that the bouncer was letting people in, so I waited till there was nobody at the truck and nobody at the van, and grabbed some of their gear out of the back of the van and hoisted it up and walked right past the bouncer, being like, "Hey, yo, with the band," and bringing stuff in and set it down. They're like, "Do we fucking know you?" And I was like, "If he asks, yes." And they're like, "Right."
Love it. Beautiful.
All right.
This is probably the biggest local show we've done.
Yeah, this is not the biggest arena you've played, obviously, because you would have played bigger when you were in the UK. But in Night City, this is probably the biggest stage you've ever been on, and the most important. And Grand Illusion draws a crowd. Grand Illusion draws record execs and corpo execs and B-list celebrities, and pretty much everyone that's in this building is important, works for someone who is important, or is used to be important, or is currently fucking one of those three.
One step closer to playing the Orb in Vegas. and when Neon plays, the Orb's just a giant trans flag in the middle of Vegas.
I mean,
you do know that Coven plays here probably once a month, so this is a pretty big deal, even getting a spot, let alone being able to headline for a night. So, with that said, what's your opening song? Oh, he's doing it to her again.
It's a song called Blackmail. A song about growing up different in Haywood.
All right. Give me a charismatic leadership role. That also give me a awareness notice check.
Okay. $25, 17.
Okay. As you get ready to jump into your set, you notice that one of the audience members towards the front of the, I don't have a specific model for it, one of the audience members towards the front near the stage is wearing a New View jacket. New View is a clothing line where basically the clothing is a wearable monitor. And you program it to play like GIF loops. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
She's wearing a New View jacket that has bootleg video of one of your early shows, which is somewhat ironic to you because you know how much you got paid for that gig, and what you got paid for that gig cannot buy this jacket.
As I'm singing, I'll kind of just like do like that, like point to her and kind of like wink and smile at her.
And she just starts screaming and going crazy. The whole audience is screaming and going crazy. You have everybody's attention. Do you have another song or set description that you want to give for the next part of the set, or am I catching you really off guard on this one?
No, you're fine.
Okay.
Next one, she'll play a song called "Caged Animal," which is about being trans in prison.
Okay. Love it, love it, love it. Give me another charismatic leadership role. Oh,
Nice.
wow. 36, rolling a 19 on a D10. All right, the crowd is pretty much all like on their feet, stand up, stand up.
She's gonna like kind of lean into that one. Really just like belt out a bunch of it, like a lot of emotional anger, like out of that one. Just trying to really wash over the rest of the band, anger and empathy and stuff toward everyone.
Also, just as a housekeeping thing, just so you know, everyone in the club, they all get checked for weapons, and the weapons are checked at the door. The exceptions being Thorn and Tagger and Grouch, because they're band security. So you guys are allowed to have your, and also X1 for that matter. So you guys are allowed to have weapons, but just assume that the audience as a whole does not. And give me one more song description and one more big old charisma roll or charismatic leadership roll.
Alright. Just like probably like a more of a I guess a transhumanist style like kind of song, just called In Pieces. I'm gonna use a fate point.
That's a good call.
I'm not gonna blow it in front of this other guy who might be something.
Okay.
There was also a card played on
I got
that
it.
just to make it a
Don't
plus
worry,
one,
I got
but,
it.
you know.
But that
Okay.
wouldn't change a crit fail, so.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, you know.
Okay,
21.
was good.
21. The end of your set. As the song is completing, Neon, give me a awareness notice roll. The club is dark, and it's hard to see anything happening in the club under the lights aside from the lights. But as you are finishing the last song of your set, you do see, as the door into the kitchen swings open and allows a little bit of light to come through in the back of the whole room, you see, standing just off to the side beyond the doorway to the kitchen, you see Kerry standing watching the stage.
Just keep it cool.
Don't go now. Don't go now. Don't go now. As you finish and thank the crowd, you just hear the crowd all cheering and chanting and calling for an encore. What do you do?
All right. I'll do with that thing where we'll just kind of go backstage and catch our breath and like kind of just like listen to the crowd go wild for a second. And then,
as you're doing, this guy that you're not familiar with, but that you did see talking to Thorn earlier, and who has been kind of hanging around backstage the whole day. He just kind of walks up to you and he is like, "Hey, you put on one hell of a show."
no, thanks.
And he just kind of like looks out the door and looks at the audience and then turns back and looks to you.
Yeah, one more, huh?
I mean, you can give them one or you cannot, but they love it when you do.
Well, I just kind of look at the rest of the band. We kind of have to, right?
the rest. Cherry is to give you more information on the rest of the band. Cherry is doing pretty good as always. She paces herself perfectly. Ariel, like any drummer that is playing on a big stage and gets excited, looks white, like just pouring sweat. Sweat is on top of sweat, is exhausted and fatigued, and you can just see muscles in their body just kind of twitching. Dexy came through the curtain to the backstage area, hooting and hollering and really excited, and then you saw start to mute as they were in the backstage area, and then you start talking about doing one more, and you just see Dexy kind of like, you know, the head does that slow turn up towards you, and then she just smiles.
I just kind of look at the guys, go, well, nice meeting you. I kind of pat him on the chest and then run back out on stage.
And you just hear Dexy just scream, "All right!" and just starts literally playing you out for the song that you say for your encore. Just like goes into the bass riff of it before anyone else is literally even on stage. And at the first two notes being played for the song that the band isn't even on stage for yet, you just suddenly hear the entire audience just roars and is stomping, and just this wave of sound coming at you as you come back out onto the stage.
All right. Yeah, and I'll do my like kind of a trans anthem kind of thing, hard coded again for the encore.
All right. Go ahead and for your encore roll, this is likely your last roll of the session, or at least your last important roll of the session. And I'm just going to remind you again that you have 7 luck points you can spend.
Mm-hmm. All right, I'm going to. I'll just give myself a +7 then on this last one.
Okay.
This is the last
Why
one of the
not?
session.
Put your whole pussy into it.
Yeah.
Put every damn thing into it.
Okay. So
28.
So you have a 28 because you had the +7. However, you also had a +1, which makes that a 29. That +1 was on a card, by the way, meaning that there was still one available for chat. Also, you had a bullseye played, so you rolled a 10 and then a 4. So your total is currently a 39. And
There, I got
it.
the 40 in chat means that you have officially hit a DV of 40. And thus, the encore is a legendary performance.
Hell yeah. Thorn looks so proud of you out in the audience if you see them.
The entire audience sings along. Everybody goes wild. And then as the song finishes, the lights all peel up and away and out. And you hear the entire venue cheering and hollering and chanting your name as you head back into the backstage area, and that's where the credits roll for the episode.
Nice.
Shiny, I have it.
No,
It's going to be played. It's a carryover for next session. Don't worry, I do have it. I had something planned that I was going to do. I have a post-concert scene, which is pretty much going to be the first scene of next week. And then that scene is going to which is a combat scene, and I didn't want to get into tonight because we were already running a little long. That scene will have the combat scene also affected by the card that you played. So, More fun times.
Fun.
However, right now is when everybody in chat gets to decide who gets a fate point for the evening. Do you give it to Bacon for almost dying in episode 3 due to a teaching failure? Do you give it to Sunburst for almost murdering Bacon? Do you give it to Morgoth for slowly unveiling a plot point which will become more important later? Or do you give it to Jerica for a legendary DV40 rocker roll? Equisuno for the plot and the catch-up? Nice. Legendary roll, legendary concert, Bacon. Okay. Morgoth. Bacon for selflessly foregoing his own healing to pick up X1 on the curve so he could heal instead. Yep. Bacon, Grouch for surviving the lights out.
Thanks, guys. I love it.
You know what? You know it's a harsh fucking crowd when you pull a DV40 and you don't even get the popularity point. There we go.
Yeah, I actually have a problem with that.
That is fine. All right, so
What do you got to do to get a fate point? Roll 40 or die? You can pick.
Yeah, I mean it was my own group that tried to kill me. Oh lordy!
All right. So if you guys are watching this here on Twitch, thank you very much for being here. If you're watching this on YouTube, thank you for checking this out on our YouTube channel. If you're watching this somewhere else, I don't know where you are, but I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to see this show live, we do this Saturday, 7 p.m. Eastern-ish to 11 p.m. Eastern-ish every week. And a point for Noctis, too. Noctis isn't here! Why are you giving a fate point to Noctis? And if you are, what show are you giving it to him for? Morgoth. Okay. All right, so...
Thank you.
One more for Neon from the audience.
Nice.
One to Morgoth from the audience.
Appreciate it.
Okay,
Thorn-
now I
Thorn
feel a
got
little
the-
better.
Thorn got the first 2 in a row, and now everybody else can play catch up.
Noctis, I didn't know you were playing in this show. What are you playing? Let me know. Noctis says, what do you know that I don't, Fred?
A Cyber card was played, so hey.
Yeah, all right. So Noctis shows up next week as a Cyber Psycho. All right. And now I need to work on that model. Damn it. All right.
Not even remotely surprised.
I can't kill Noctis. He mailed me up a king cake, and that thing is fucking amazing. Holy shit. Oh my God, it's so
Well,
good.
you're not going to. We will.
Fair. So, hopefully you guys have enjoyed this show. Check us out on YouTube. Check us out on Twitch. Be here as part of the live studio audience, and you can play cards and mess with the players as much as I can. It's fun. Trust me. Oh, there is a bunch of things that we're supposed to do at the end of the show, and we're going to try this now. We got some closing housekeeping that we need to do, and we are going to give everybody a chance to see if they can get through their lines. And everybody that manages to get through their lines without a hitch,
Uh-oh.
I'm going to give an extra 5 IP to. So let's see what happens.
Shit.
It's in the top of the pinned messages, guys. I gave you work so that I don't have to do all the talking. These can
Thank
go
you
in any
for coming
order.
in.
Anybody can go first.
Our music tonight. Music played during the show is from artists such as Tabletop Audio, Karl Casey and Whitebat, Neon Shudder, Kenshiro Plus, Gregorio Franco, Mangadrive, Quine, and See Thomas Howl. Thank you for listening.
Nice.
Maps used in this series are by Solution, JPEGU, VD Cyber, Frag Maps, and R. Talasoran Games websites.
Bark. All models in this game built with HeroForge. Each player built their own models. All of the models shown in the series can be found in the HeroForge community by HeroForge subscribers by searching for the 2025 tag.
Please check out this and other shows at twitch.tv/singlestepgaming and youtube.com Single Step Gaming. The @ symbol needs to be in there. That's important. On Blue Sky at Single Step Gaming. And check out our merch store for fun campaign-related merchandise. Head over to singlestepgaming-shop.fourthwall.com. And keep in mind, Twitch subs get a discount on all merchandise.
You guys are awesome. Thank you so very much. I am not only going to give you guys 5 IP, and you can tell me what skills you want those thrown into. I am so happy. You guys get a group bonus, and everybody gets a free fate point.
Like I was trained. It's like someone trained me to do this as a job once.
All right, everybody. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for being our audience. We hope you have been entertained. We have loved this opportunity to entertain you, and we will catch you all next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks, chat. Thanks, dudes. Thanks, team.